Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome aboard the Artillery Astra for the 10th and hopefully final Skyrim Enderal stream. The goal today is to end the main story. We'll see if we get there. If we have to go long, we will. But that is our goal for today. So, how's everyone doing today? Hello, Alex, Tommy, Leo, Hatanashi. I'm glad you all could make it here today. Thank you for attending. So, just a little bit before we begin, today I downloaded and started playing Iron Harvest. It's an RTS about World War I, but with steampunk mechas, invented by Nikola Tesla. I might be streaming that soon, given that this particular game is wrapping up. Not sure yet. I'm finding the gameplay is a little slow-paced. It takes like entire minutes for units to kill each other, which is a little too slow for my liking, since I am a born and bred Command and Conquer fan, and I prefer the high-octane, fast-paced RTS gameplay. So we'll see about that. Yes, it does. Oh yes, there was this one mission. I had like these huge mechas, like two huge mechas attacking one other huge mecha, and they were both like anti-tank or anti-mecha. There's no tanks in this world, but anti-mecha mechas. And I had them fighting, and I did something else for 2 minutes, and looked back 2 minutes later, and they were still going. So yes, it tends to take. It's a very slow-paced game, honestly. But anyways, without any further ado, let's get started. Well, see, Iron Harvest is what I would personally call a real-time tactics game. Because it tends to be smaller in scale, and compared to what I would typically consider your RTS or classic RTSs like Command and Conquer and Skyrim, or not Skyrim, StarCraft. Skyrim is not an RTS. Yet, no one's been in line for that yet. Yeah. So it's like small scale, you're commanding a smaller number of units, everything takes a long time to die. And I think the reason they do that is because it's more tactical, there's more time for people to respond and maneuver their units. There's not like you look away for 2 seconds and everything you wanted is dead, like tends to happen in StarCraft or Command and Conquer. And so, I would say there's like, it's very much so I think this style of game is aimed at a more casual market. It's less demanding on like really good mechanics and really fast twitch reflexes.
Why hasn't anyone noticed us yet?
Stuff like that, but
Probably just haven't seen
well,
us
this
yet.
is in
The clouds,
Skyrim.
that's it.
Or the
Here
city
we
is
are
deserted.
arriving at the
like it to
flying
me.
city in the sky.
Nonsense! Now quiet. He needs to concentrate.
Ah, there you are. I was just about to wake you.
We came across the first of these floating buildings about 3 hours ago.
So,
The Valley of
I'm
a
not
Thousand
too
Clouds.
familiar, but
That's what the
my
Starlings called it.
understanding is that in the backstory,
But as you've
there's a
noticed,
species
it's a little too,
called
well,
starlings that
quiet.
came from space. And this is the city that they came from, and they've been trying to return to it for millennia, basically. And we are the... Oh my god, that rest of that city just appeared out of nowhere. Okay, that is more like what I remember. But anyway, but basically, we are the first people to return to this city in possibly millennia. And we're gonna find out what we've been missing all this time.
He was at first, yes. But he's grown more distant the closer we've gotten. Let's just hope for the best.
Philippine internet is so trashy you can't even watch this without the video buffering? Oh, that's okay, Alex. I'll be reading your chat regardless. And this massive tower in the middle, that's where we're going to look for the numerous, isn't it?
Correct, yes. The Nexus Tower. By Malphus, it's a pity we don't have the time to explore this place more thoroughly. Just imagine how much history is hidden in each one of these stones. It's incredible. Maybe we can come back here one day, once we've stopped the cleansing.
Sure, that'll happen. The city doesn't look very lively. It's not supposed to be like this, is it?
No, not at all. But who knows? Maybe it's as the Starling says, and we'll be surprised.
Maybe. Let's be hopeful and optimistic about the dead city.
Well, first of all, let us take a look at it up close. Then we'll see.
Still, no one. That must mean something, right?
He will find them. He will find them, and they...
Hey, wait!
Sure.
By the right...
There's definitely... I'll have to put our normal clothes back on it. There is definitely not a
Path. That's not good at all.
evil
Come on.
traps and stuff located inside that city. We're definitely not gonna have to fight our way through a gajillion robots. Okay. We need to wait for everyone else to catch up. We are, Tommy. Well, I'm also like floating slightly above the ground. But let's ignore that. What's supposed to be... Something is supposed to be happening here. See, that's how you avoid the problem of sinking into soft ground and stiletto heels. You just never touch the ground at all. Is someone stuck back there? No, looks like everyone is accounted for. This is just Skyrim. Normally you would try to fix this by waiting for an hour. Like using the Skyrim wait mechanic, except that's locked in Enderal, which is a really poor decision. Oh,
I've never
here we
seen
are.
anything so beautiful.
Beautiful, but deserted.
Here, now it's fine.
So maybe the ancient fathers of the Starlings don't exist after all?
Let's not jump to conclusions, shall we? Somebody must have built this place, and somehow the maps which led us here have ended up in the hands of the Starlings. Ancient fathers or not, whoever was capable of creating something like this must also have known things. Let's just wait and see.
Father Uralai! Father Jotanax, Father Ragimon, he is here, and he has found you, just as your prophecy foretold. Now open the gates! Why don't you answer? Open the gates!
Oh my, I sense drama.
By the stars! Why do you punish him with silence? He found you. He fulfilled your prophecy. So let him inside.
Why he refers to himself in the third person?
No. This isn't happening. This isn't happening.
There's always a storm, this rain thing,
Yes.
right at the very end of this whole thing.
Yes,
Oh,
he is here.
Is your
He
internet connection
is sorry,
dependent on the
Magistra.
weather, Alex?
It was a mistake to come here. This place is dead, and the ancient fathers died with it.
Very poetic, pal, but now you're overdoing it. Who says they're dead? Maybe your ancient fathers just left for someplace else.
Yes, I'm sure they did.
Look, I am sorry this place isn't what you had hoped it would be. I really am. But Dalveric is right. You shouldn't jump to conclusions, and despair won't help you either. We should inspect this place before deciding anything. Don't you agree?
Yes, we at least have to explore
The only
dungeon.
question is how to get inside.
That's for that?
We could try breaking this gate open.
Splendid idea, boy. Do you have a battering ram with you? Myrid-sized, preferably?
This place must have a side entrance. Kermai?
Yes, probably.
Well, then let's go look for it. We split up. Sister
Yes.
Sakarish, you accompany
Splitting
Kermai
up.
and take a closer look at the area
Always
around the
the
dock.
best decision to make
Legion
when
and I will
exploring
examine the
ancient
eastern part of the
dungeons.
city. And you and Dalveric scout the west. If anyone finds anything, call the rest of the group before doing anything else. Now off you go.
Well, I'd say that went differently than expected. But all tragedy
There
aside,
still should be a
this place must be the
reason.
most beautiful thing I've ever seen.
I mean, even
Come on, you go
mad
ahead.
geniuses
I'll be right behind you.
should have a
Breathtaking,
reason
isn't it?
for the mad things they do. Otherwise, they're not really geniuses and they're just mad. Fleshless Lost One. Oh, okay, that's just the name of the skeletons. There's nothing special about that one. Okay, there's nothing over here. Oh, hello, depressed being. Guag 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 to you too. Welcome aboard. Oh wait. He told us to search the left. I mean, the west. And that is not the west. Wait. Yes it is. This is the west. This is the east. There's nothing. Well, there's nothing here. I have no idea what dwell means, tell me. 'Cause I just don't question it. Why is your battle cry? This is the east. Okay, this lock cannot be kicked. It requires a key to open. We found the side
Good.
entrance.
That looks exactly like what we needed. Anything we should know about the interior, Kermai? Traps?
No.
Well then. Kermai, you, the prophetess, Dalveric, and I will go inside. Legium and Sister Sakarish, you stay and guard the ship. If we haven't returned, or if you haven't heard from us within
I
12
guess
hours,
it's west if
you're
you
to take the
pretend
ship
this is
back to
north,
Ark.
but the compass
Understood?
clearly says that this is east.
Understood.
Then let's be off.
Is it unlocked? Okay, yay, it's unlocked now. There now. All we have to do is explore. Oh, that is a big robot. For a moment there, I thought there was like a laser trap there. before realizing that oh wait, this game doesn't have laser traps. That's just a illusion caused by the gap in the door. Let's see. Well, kind of bog standard doing stuff so far. Not too much going on. No evil robots attacking us quite yet. Oh, let me turn on my light. Oh, that was an email. No worries, people. That was just an email. You can't wait for the final boss in actual tank? Funny story about that, Tommy. But someone did make... There is a mod with tanks for Skyrim. Use it in this style. So, you could have done that. Or the mod creators could have done that. We didn't. Can I use this lever? No, I cannot. Seems like we're at a dead end. Okay. I guess I'll go the other way. No, that's a static mesh. I don't think that one's gonna come to life and attack us. That one might. There's nothing here. I guess we should go back and go the other way. I wonder if that lever... Yeah, that doesn't actually work though in this game. You can't actually hurt the enemies before they become hostile, as far as I know. Oh, okay. Wait. Are we supposed to go down here? Or is this where we can, no, wait. No, this is where we just came from. I wonder if that lever was supposed to do something, but I couldn't make it do anything. We go down here. There's still... Oh, okay. There's a quest marker here. Wait, where'd that quest marker go? Was it? Oh, am I supposed to talk to this lady? What am I supposed to do right now? Just investigate the interior. Okay, am I? Oh.
Let's see.
Okay, I'm just supposed to follow
This is
her.
Starling's
Okay.
script, but it's different. Blazes. Can you take a look at that, Kermai?
Of course. He sees. That's very... all right, yes. These are directions. To the left is the Shorai, which roughly means workshop. The right corridor leads to the living quarters. He thinks the Shorai will lead us to the top of the main tower.
This is a dead
Good.
end.
Then left we go.
Okay, I mean, left is the only way we can go. So we might as well. Okay, so now we just have to wait for the NPCs. Okay. Poor Icelandic name guy. He sounds so depressed. I guess you would be too if you found that your life's work was a smoking ruin. Well, not literally. This place isn't smoking, it's just a ruin. An abandoned ruin. I am a little suspicious of the lack of enemies, though. Oh, I know. Someone is going to press a button or
I
trip
suppose this is
a
where the
trap or
council
something,
held
and
their
that's
meetings,
what's gonna
isn't it,
activate
Kermai?
all the
Wait,
robots.
where is he?
What the heck? He was here a second ago.
Oh,
Wonderful. We need to find him. Let's split up.
Okay.
We'll meet up again
here
here.
it goes. Now he's going to trigger all of the robots to attack us. Nobody is here. Thank you. Okay, well, the only place we can go is down, right? Okay, automatically. I wonder why all these waist high. Yeah, it's kind of like that. It do be like that. Wait, oh wait, no. Now what? Even better, let's split up after someone vanished. Oh! Oh no. My arcane fever. Okay, those rocks are bad for me, so I shall stay away from them. Good to know. Stay away from the magic blue rocks. Okay, do we look here? Is there something? No, nothing. Wait, why are we looking ahead of us? He was behind us. Unless he suddenly teleported. Oh, here it is, boys. The lever.
So. Any luck?
No, but this lift looks as if it has
True,
recently
but why does this
used.
pal just run off like that? That's just plain stupid.
I couldn't agree more. But at least now we have a trail.
Wait,
Let's
how
see
do
if the
you
lever
tell
still works.
if the lift has been recently used or not? Maybe it has less dust on it than the surrounding ground, and we just can't really see that. Ah, I see. It had to be used by an NPC. Okay.
There you go. Then let's see where that leads.
Yeah. And there's someone no. Just keeps going. We're the feet are going through the elevator a little bit, but that's okay. That won't affect anyone too badly. Nope, people just getting their feet jammed. Oh, is that a rat? It is a rat. Oh, and robots. Rats and robots. It's like a cartoon. That could be it too. Actually, no, Tommy. That just tells you that the lift can be used. It wouldn't tell you if it was been recently used.
What now?
Let's
That's
take
what
a
I call
look
well
around.
hidden.
He must have gone somewhere.
Oh, okay. Oh, secret staircase. Oh, and our other little side quest booted up, so we'll be able
By
to
the
do
wise
that one
hermit.
as soon as we get
What
back.
is this place, Magistra? Can you read the glyphs?
I'll try. Yes, that. Tower of
boy.
Memories. That should be
Big
it.
reveal time. What are these crystals?
Good question. They look like energy sources, don't they? The same as the Pyreans used. And that power, it's immense.
Tower of Memories. That sounds like the Starling version of the Chronicum to me. A place to gather knowledge. That's just what we need, isn't it?
Let me read some more. Blazes, this is tricky, but by Malphas, yes!
Yes?
We got lucky. The prophetess was right. This is an archive. The archive, to be precise. The gathered memories of the ancient starlings.
They don't seem to have memorized a lot then.
We will see about that. Come.
Hey. Oh, those are remodeled chickens. You can always, it's so rare that modders add any mobs with like new skeletons, so you can always tell that they're just like, they have the same attack patterns and skeletons and animations as something else. Okay, it's stuck again. No. Just bar, please. Could you move for me? Oh, automatic saving. Is something gonna happen now? No. Please. Please. I really wish. Whenever you need an NPC to do anything in this game, it's just the worst. Fallout was even worse, actually. Fallout 4. Even though it was a newer engine. I remember this one DLC, like the Vault. Like the Make Your Own Vault DLC, but that one kept bugging up for me. Like the NPCs would not advance the quest. Maybe we'll try loading the autosave. Maybe that will do it for us. No, that did not do anything, but I see... Oh! He's moving! He's moving, boys!
And now?
Well, it is a updated engine. Okay, there we go. Now we're moving. Moving, boys. It's still the creation
Magistra,
engine, but
I'm guessing a word of
like,
warning would have killed the drama.
Substantially modified.
One moment. Ah, here.
Like, you can't just, even though it's the engine. The engine is the same name, but like you can't just like port a Skyrim.
The Starling prophecies were right.
Like a script or
the
content
ancient fathers have lived in this place for eras, maybe eons.
Because they are.
And throughout the years, they have documented the rise and fall of every civilization. And we're just about to see their memories of the Pyreans.
And I would know because I actually did that. Wait, did you just say that the Starlings have been up here since the Pyreans?
Correct. And they witnessed all of it. Their creation, their bloom, and their downfall. The same goes for many, many cultures that were before them.
We have witnessed the cycles. But now that it's our turn in this cycle, we have disappeared. Why?
Well, that's the big question, isn't it? But I fear we have no time to wonder about that, at least not for the moment.
But if the ancient Starlings have lived here for so long, that means the cleansing somehow couldn't harm them.
Correct. And yet they never helped any of the civilizations that were extinguished by it. Who knows?
Doesn't that die?
Maybe their hands... Who knows? Maybe their hands were tied somehow.
Or we didn't want to get involved for some
Or that.
reason.
But that's just speculation. What we do know is that neither the Red Madness, the High Ones, nor the Cleansing could harm them, and that their knowledge might be the key to completing the beacon. Would you look at that? Welcome to the memories of the ancient fathers. Let's see what we can learn from it. If the Grand Master was right about this, the Pyrean history should perfectly reflect the different phases of the cycle, including the Cleansing.
I really appreciate the work that went into modeling these walls, I would say. Whatever you want to call them. Yeah, they're a little foreboding.
Huh?
But yeah, I really appreciate the effort that went into modeling these. This would not have been easy. So we need the NPCs to advance their script now. Let's try reloading to see if that gets them moving. Oh, I did not have a torch in my inventory, but I do appreciate that I just spontaneously obtained a torch and lit it somehow. Come on, Magistra, can you start talking? Please, I'm pretty sure you're supposed to talk here. Also, for some reason, I got a lot slower after reloading that save. Let me check my speed value. Base speed. No, I am speedy. Like normal. Oh, okay, I just had to sprint. Oh, are they moving? Are things happening? Are you gonna start talking now?
Huh?
Please? Oh my gosh. If we can't finish the game today because we're just stuck waiting for the NPCs to advance their scripts, that would suck a lot. Come on. Okay. Maybe if we restart the game. Sorry, guys. We're gonna try that again. Like, maybe it'll just go if we just sit here and wait patiently. But I'd rather not. We are in a bit of a... We're on a schedule here. We want to get things done today. Yeah, they're still stuck with the good old creation engine. Maybe if I load an earlier... Oh, the earlier autosave. Let's load this one. Oh, yeah, there we go. Just far as moving. And we'll just have to go through that
And now-
switch again.
So, Magistra, I'm guessing a word of warning would have killed the drama?
One moment. Ah, here.
Okay.
The Starling prophecies were right. The ancient fathers have lived in this place for correct. And yet they never helped any of the civilizations that were extinguished by it.
Live and let die.
Who knows? Maybe they're or that. But that's just speculation. What we do know is that neither the Red Madness, the High Ones, nor the Cleansing could harm them, and that their knowledge might be the key to completing the beacon. Now, would you look at that? Welcome to the memories of the ancient fathers. Let's see what we can learn from it. If the Grand Master was right about this, the Pyrean history should perfectly reflect the different phases of the cycle, including the cleansing.
Okay, here's where I got stuck last time. Oh, am I supposed to interact with these? Oh, okay, I see. My mistake. Okay, so let's start. This one looks like the beginning.
That's the first step
Okay,
of the
that was
cycle.
my mistake. So I
Out of
was supposed to
nothing,
do
life
something.
forms
Not
itself.
just wait for the
And from
NPCs.
that life, man evolves and starts populating the earth.
Ah, yes, the Adam and Eve.
The second step of the cycle, just as the Grandmaster said. A first civilization arises, blossoms, and falls. For us, it was Asadaron's reign of the Eterna, which collapsed after Starfall. Who knows what it was in the age of the Pyreans? Let me see. Yes, this is the creation of a theocracy. After the first civilization falls, a second one arises, that is reigned over by a few who proclaim themselves gods. Do you see the hats? These were the sun priests of the Pyrean realm, the equivalent of our Lightborn.
Oh no, the pattern is repeating.
That's step number 4, the downfall of the rulers. For us, it was the Shadow God and Rathzor Renthiel who killed the Lightborn. In the Pyrean age, it was this general, Jakal.
Yes.
He was a member of one of the reigning castes himself, but one day he turned against
Very
them.
true.
He was the Pyrean Shadow God and the Pyrean Terranor Korek all in one, so to speak.
I don't know what a shadow god is, but it sounds like a bad thing.
The chaos, the war, the red madness. This is the 5th step, where we are right now. Do you see this shape in the background? This must be the High Ones who are behind all of it. The cycle nears its end.
And the final
The
step.
6th step. The cycle concludes, the cleansing happens, and mankind vanishes, just like that. Do you see this temple in the background? This must be the temple in the city of 1,000 floods, the heart of the Pyrean realm. And after the 6th step, it all starts over. So this is the final proof. Everything that has happened to the Pyreans, and probably to those before them too, is now happening to us.
If only we could bring those generals, those like disbelievers down there and show them all this, that would solve a lot of problems. But yes, the dialogue I'm about to say is accurate. None of this helps us. None of this helps us. We knew that already. How exactly does that help us find the Numinos?
That's the question, but by the gods.
What?
Mankind, it ascends to the sky, to the High Ones. Oh, by the righteous path, now it finally makes sense. All of it.
Why? What is there we didn't already know?
Mankind doesn't vanish at the end of a cycle. It becomes a High One. That is how they reproduce, how they feed, or whatever you wish to call it. Don't you see? These shapes that ascend skywards. They're thoughts, our consciousness, our souls, and all of them together form a new High One.
So you're
I told you, it
saying what a
literally
High
is
One
Mass
really
Effect.
is the consciousness of an entire civilization?
Yes, it's our memories, our thoughts, our dark knowledge, our collective consciousness. This is monstrous.
So that's what the cleansing really is? The creation of a new High One from a civilization?
Yes, by the righteous path, that's it. Korek is right. In a way, humanity does reach a new level of existence, because it becomes one of those beasts.
But even knowing all that, it still doesn't help us. We still don't know what this Numinos is.
Oh,
But
yes,
like
we
I
do.
said
The word of the
at
dead.
the very beginning,
You
this,
said the aged
the
man left
plot
it
is
for you,
basically
didn't you?
just Mass Effect, but there is a really good twist. And that, I think, makes all the difference.
Then this is the way. The Numinos. I know what it is. Or rather,
Actually,
what we need to fill it
I'm
with.
pretty sure
The
the
essence
writers
of a
for
High
this
One.
game were working on it before Mass Effect. At least, definitely before Mass Effect 2 came out. So, it's actually coincidence that they came up with the pretty much identical plotline. The essence of a high one? What makes you think that?
It's hard to explain. The problem with the High Ones is that they don't have a physical shape, and this makes it hard to fight them.
Like I said,
They are everywhere and
this
nowhere,
mod
just
has
like
been
the
in the
air.
works for a
This is why we
very,
need the beacon to
very
fight
long
it.
time.
It
Total
has the power to
conversion
banish
mods take
them.
a very long time to make. I think this mod was pretty much in the works from when Skyrim came out. That's how long they've been working on it. Because it is the counterpart to the High Ones, that's old news. But what makes you think a High One's essence is what the Numinos needs to be filled
It's an
with?
assumption, but a well-grounded one. What the beacon does is channel massive amounts of energy and unleash it on its core. Isn't it logical, then, that we need something of what we want to banish? Like an energy signature inside it. It might sound far-fetched to you, but it feels right.
Alright then, even if this is true, how in blazes are we supposed to get our hands on the essence of a High
Well,
One?
this is where it gets complicated, but I think I also have an answer to that. The word of the dead. We need to use it on a High One, to enter its mind. If there is any place we can find a High One's essence, it is there.
Well, that's peachy. Now all we have to do is find a High One who allows us to use the Word of the Dead on him. Should be an easy task, considering that they've already been so cooperative.
That is correct, but I know where to find one.
And where is
Where
that?
the last cleansing took place. That is where we need to go. And once we are there, you need to listen to the echo.
Of course, you can see what happened back then.
Correct. The echo grants you the ability to feel and relive the memories of this world. But since the High Ones are immaterial and will not reveal themselves to us when we want them to, all we can do is travel back to a point where they did. The last cleansing, where the Pyreans became one of them. Yes, this
You need to
means that
use
we
the word
have
of
to
the
find
dead
the
on
holy
this
city
High
of the
One,
Pyreans,
to enter
where the
its
last
mind
cleansing
and
took
steal
place,
its
the city
essence.
of floods.
And where are we supposed to find this city
Well,
of floods?
I hope this place can help us find the answer. If the ancient starlings witnessed the entire cycle of the Pyreans, then they surely knew a lot about the geography of the world as it was back then as well. We need to keep searching. Come, let us go back to the tower.
How do we get out of here? I hope you know. Okay,
Entities are reproduced by devouring the consciousness of an entire civilization. If I didn't know that all this was actually happening, I'd say that someone had had one drink too many. It just sounds so bizarre.
Is it? Don't we ourselves breed pigs so that we may eat them once they are fat enough? In a way, the High Ones are just like us, except that it's our thoughts that they are after rather than our bodies. It bears a certain kind of logic. You cannot deny that.
Oh, yes, totally. You know what's kind of funny about all this? Knowing that Korak's story about mankind ascending isn't as stupid as it first sounded. We don't cease to exist, no. We live happily ever after, united into a High One. That's almost consoling.
Yes, but is this new High One really us? Or does it just need us to come forth? Yes, we know now that this is how they reproduce. But we still know far too little. How did they come into being? How long has this been going on? So many questions.
Indeed, but how does the saying go?
Questions
First
that
kill the
will
predator, then
never
ponder its motivations.
be answered.
You're a man of great wisdom, my Sir Dalveric.
I hope you guys
Well
remember.
then, let's see
We
what...
still haven't missed that missing guy. That
They
ran
are
off on his
here.
own.
They have been here all along.
Kermai! Where by the righteous path were you?
He was a fool to bring you here. You Soilborn are too dangerous. You've always been. But he was too blinded. Blinded by his dream to finally finish her and sail
Yes,
home.
he's gonna turn on us now.
I don't like this, Magistra.
What are you talking about, Kermai? The fact that the ancient starlings left this city doesn't have anything to do with us.
Stop talking! Darn it, you are so ignorant! They are here, but they won't reveal themselves to us because they don't accept your presence. Because you are unworthy of them.
Jeremiah, this place has been deserted for centuries. You're rationalizing, don't you see?
He rationalizes? What do you take him for? A fool? If you would just listen for once in your life, you'd hear them. They're every... He will prove his worth to them. He will show that he deserves to live among them. The soil-born have to die, and then the fathers will reveal themselves. But how?
Kermai, stop this! Right now!
The defense system, of course!
Yes. Time for him to activate the robots.
They will understand.
I wish you could, Hatanashi,
To
but I'm pretty
arms.
sure he's marked as unkillable. at
What is this
point.
now?
Ah, yes. Time for us to face the second to last boss.
Forgive him. It has to be done.
Find the map and leave!
But
Oh, she's casting some big magic. Time to run, guys. Escape from the steel dragon. Yep, we are fighting the giant robot dragon. Yes, here are the robots.
defend yourself.
Wait, what?
That leaves us with the question of what the heck happened up there. The poor magistrate, she
I
didn't
think
deserve
something
that.
like that.
Yeah, that makes... and getting out of this place alive wouldn't be too... You're right, we do. That means back by the dock. Come on, let's get back to the elevator. Right, we do. That means back by the
Okay.
dock. Come on, let's get back to the elevator.
Well, something bugged up there. Yeah. Apparently.
Damn it. So much for that. So, let's look around. Damn, that old fool. Couldn't he have waited until after we were back in Enderal again to have his breakdown? As if this mission wasn't already complicated enough.
How do we get out of here? No, that does nothing. Oof. Okay, cool. Oh, wait. Oh, wait, no, I thought that was a button. It was not. Okay, it's probably not where Just Far is looking. No, nothing. Oh, wait. Oh, a lever. Yes.
That was good.
Perfect.
Let's hope it also leads us down to the tower.
The dragon's gonna be back. We have not seen the last of it. Okay. Come on, you darn robots. Fight me.
Get ready.
I am a whirlwind of death. I don't know why
Seems
my
like the
attack
ancient
speed
starlings
is so
weren't the peaceful
high,
as they were made out to be after all.
and only with two-handed weapons. Because my attack speed is normal with everything else. But for some reason, with this weapon, I am just a whirlwind of death. Yeah, you when you see him on. All the moth VTubers when you see Tommy. He just brutalizes them. Am I supposed to go in there? No? Oh, I'm supposed to go down, aren't I? That was up. There's quite a few moth VTubers. You know? I'm kind of surprised. There's like quite a few moth VTubers. And there's like also quite a few security VTubers. Wait a minute, I am supposed to go there. That's where the quest icon is. Okay. Axolotl. Look, it's one of those fish thingies. Like, you know Zochimi, right? Tommy, you know Zochimi? She shows up on my timeline somewhat. Axolotl. Okay, is that how you pronounce it? Yes, that is only one starship. There aren't a lot of vehicle VTubers.
That doesn't
we
look
are
good.
very rare. Where in blazes
Well,
is this ship?
I suppose this flying steelbird got them.
I say we go look for the map now, and then we'll need another way out
Yes,
of here.
that. But as long as that alarm is still active, in other words, we need to find a way to switch it off.
And
Question of the
how?
century. But my first guess would be somewhere within the tower itself.
You don't need
Sure,
to be
yeah.
hiding. You can
Kamai said it
come
meant
in
something
here
like
and
workshop.
chat.
That sounds like the best place to go right now. Come on, let's go back inside.
Oh, okay, so that's the place where we're supposed to go next. The Sure AI. Which, incidentally, is the name of the organization that made this mod, so I guess that's their way of adding themselves into this game. There's 6 great VTuber clans: Moth, Shark, Demon, Lizard, Dragon, Lamp. Lamp? I have not seen that many Lamp VTubers. They're... But look at God, Angel, the God, Angel, what is his name? Oh, Cat. There's a lot of cat YouTubers. Should succubi count differently from demons? Like, would you I mean, succubi are a class of demon, but I feel like there are enough succubus
Still the essence of a
VTubers
high
for
one.
them to be in their own class. Oh, also like princess VTubers. There's a lot of princesses. It's okay, Jaspar literally can't die. Like, he's actually unkillable. No, I'm just remember the first time you saw one of them like that? Now you're just like, you don't even notice anymore. I don't actually cast any magic, so I shouldn't really be putting points into mana. But why not? It's not like I really lack.
Look, the crystal over there. That looks promising.
I guess bunnies count. When am I getting a princess alt? Why would I have a princess alt? You see, princesses are under queens. Why would I be under a queen? I guess it would have to be like a teenage library or like a lolly library. Like a lolly version alt. That would be my princess version.
That's a lot. Way too easy.
Mommy is the pretty princess. Timmy is the pretty princess. I am taking a lot of damage actually. I am going to fall back and let just fall take for me while I shoot arrows at them. A princess alt wouldn't worth being flat. Okay, glad to know where your priorities are, Tommy. I am glad to know where your priorities are.
Good.
Oh.
Now let's see what we can do to deactivate this alarm.
No, this is a
So,
puzzle.
did it work?
I don't think so. The
Damn
damages
it,
won't
but-
even budge.
Run!
Hey, principles can have a short well, it's a blizzard.
Over here, now!
Oh, hey, Kalia. You're still alive. Yay! Just are you coming? You coming? I think I'm leaving the last spot. Come on, Kalia's just standing here waiting for you to move. Ouch. Okay, I can't go out there anymore. I'm just gonna save and reload. And
By
he
the wise
just
hermit. That was close.
ran way too far.
Yes, it was. I would be if I had been on board the ship when that flying thing attacked us. Legion didn't make it. It all just happened too fast.
Ah, yes.
Shit.
So now it's only
makes
the
us the only
three of
survivors.
us.
The only ones. So the Starling and the Magistrate didn't make it either.
Kurlai, he is not. He activated that alarm and Yeda saved our lives.
Kirash, how many more must die? Magistrate Jaela, she didn't deserve that. I'm ashamed to ask, but what about the Numenos? Did you find anything out about it?
According to Yeda, yes. She said we need to find the old capital of the Pyrean Empire. That's why we're here. We need to find a
A
map.
map. This is what I call a coincidence. I think I know where we can find one. And up there could also be our passage
Yes. A
where?
coincidence.
back. Follow me, I'll show you.
How did you make it here anyway? And what is this? Some kind of tunnel system?
I think so, yes. They must have been shortcuts for the ones tasked with keeping this place running to quickly get from one point to the other. Which is what we need right now. And concerning your first question, I suppose I simply got lucky. There was another entrance to the tower we overlooked.
Oh, okay. I didn't see one out there. Glad you were able to find it in your scripted NPC knowledge goodness. Thank you, Kalia. Oh, this pathway is a little vulnerable from aerial attack, I think. I guess we just keep running in a straight line and hope nothing attacks us.
Wait,
do we need
I
to
don't
wait
like
for-
this.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Damn it, that just had
You're
to happen,
here.
didn't it? To the other building, quickly.
Prepare yourself.
This reminds you of an area in Mass Effect. Well,
That won't hold up for long. Care to fill us in on your plan now, girl?
First, we need to find our map. And then, well, then we each take a seat in one of these capsules and let ourselves drop.
oh, escape
We
pods.
let ourselves drop.
Perfect.
They are escape pods. Kormai had similar ones in the airship, and I just hope they work as intended. Unless you have a better plan, of course.
I'm afraid not.
Good. Then get going.
Yes.
Let's find that map.
To the escape pods, everyone. Now we have to find the map. Find the Pyrean world map. I do not like that sound. The escape pod for one, like you don't expect it. This is... They do have... This is a magic punk setting, Tommy. So you gotta get used to it. It might be fantasy, but that doesn't mean they're all primitive. You know, this song actually reminds me of one of the musics or the songs from Project Wingman. There's the part that goes like da 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 da. Oh, no, this is the entrance. 155 seconds. Oh my, oh, this part is timed. Oh no. Okay, I have to quickly find the... What's that? Empty parchment. Let's... read old map.
Is that it? Great.
Yes, it is.
Now
Yes,
to
we
the
did. Ooh, okay. So, into the escape pods. Backlog roulette lands on Project Wingman. I don't know what... I have no idea what that is, Leo. See, I've streamed Project Wingman already, but I'm waiting for Tommy to do it first because I don't want to steal his... I didn't want to steal your airplane thunder. You're gonna spin a roulette wheel with your Steam backlog and stream whatever it lands on? Not a bad choice. If you can't decide on things. But open Starling Castle. Look guys, we made it. The escape pods work despite the fact they're filled with cobwebs. They actually did work. We're alive! We are alive.
By the wise hermit. Either these ancient starfolk had butts made of shadow steel, or they should seriously rework the landing parts of these things. Come on, let's go look for the girl. She can't be far from here.
Okay, where is... Oh, there she is. Near Automata, or you could get getting over it. I would recommend near Automata for sure.
Oh my.
Over getting over it. Oh no, Kalia. Wait, you're not dead, are you? You can't be dead. I need you alive.
She lives.
Oh,
Looks like a
okay.
minor laceration to me and maybe a broken rib. I guess the force of the impact threw her against this rock.
Really far.
Still, we should get her to a healer.
Tommy. Just Tommy, no. What are we supposed to do? When am I supposed to do that?
Do you have the map?
Okay.
I think teleport. Good. Then at least all this wasn't for nothing. Let's go.
The community mod that fixes all the issues with the near port is called FAR. Oh, I
So the
didn't
High
know
Ones
there was
devour
a
our
community mod for
consciousnesses.
near.
Now that's what I call ironic. Maybe Koarik and his free people do become part of these higher beings they so adore after all. We should tell them. Maybe they'll be so delighted that they will abandon the siege and sail right back to Naren.
Spare us your jests. Archmagister, how long will you need to decipher the map? Archmagister?
I don't know. A couple of days, at least. I should start right away. Excuse me.
Oh boy, he's got something on
What's
his
the matter with
mind.
him?
Jaela was his mentor during his novitiate. But he will get over it.
I see.
He has to. You did well, Prophetess. Despite the complications, the mission was a complete success.
A complete success? What in blazes has happened to you, Tila?
Nothing. And now is not the time for quarreling.
Yaela is dead, Tila. Just like Jorek. Jorek for the name of the gods. And none of this would have happened if we had just given Quarik this idiotic machine. Please, Tila, if my opinion means anything to you, let
Look who's
go
gonna
of this
be the next
madness.
I don't care about your opinion. Yorick was a traitor, and Yaela gave her life for something greater than herself. But the latter in particular seems to be something you cannot relate to. Now, silence. I've had enough of your attempts to hinder our mission. Back to the topic at hand. Sharon, what do you make of Jaela's plan to use the word of the dead to enter a High One's mind? I always thought it only enabled its user to relive the last memories of the deceased.
Well, if the High Ones are made of a collective subconsciousness, they are different in that regard. They consist only of memories, and a lot of them. That is, of course, if the Magistra's theory about them is true.
I'm no sage, but having seen the Starling's murals, I'd say it is. Mankind ascends to become a High One. This is what the cleansing really is.
Then it might work. Used on a High One, the word of the dead could allow us to enter its spirit.
We will take the risk. The walls still hold against Korik's armies, but we need to hurry. As soon as the Arcanists have figured out the map, we will set out to find this city of 1,000 floods. If you have any unfinished business to attend to, you should do it now. Many things will be decided by what's to come. I feel it. Ah, and the apothecary said that Sister Sakarish will live. She's in the Curarium, in case you want to pay a visit.
You smell a heroic self-sacrifice on the part of our protagonist? Yes and no. This heroic self-sacrifice is actually optional.
Well, that's just how he is.
Okay, so I am going to be right back, guys. It won't be just a moment. back. Like I said, it would be just a moment, right?
Prophetess.
I've overheard your discussion with the Trutessa. How can she still not believe the threat is real after all we've learned?
You know, I know Natara better than you might believe. And I know the reason for her untouchable demeanor. Fear. She's afraid of losing something important to her. Something that she helped to create. And that is, even more than us, she had to fight for. Correct. It is. She believes that my imprisonment made me into a fool whose only intent, and that I would give a lot for her support, rather than this ridiculous bickering.
You'd like someone to back you up? That's the first time I've ever heard you say
Everybody
something
needs
like that.
someone to back them up from time to time. You know, as humans, we are like wolves, and every pack needs a leader. Someone in front who is not afraid to make the hard calls. And this is who I am. If my resolve weakens, the others will lose their courage. But that does not mean that I regret any of the decisions I have made. None of them.
Walk blessed.
Okay. That's one of them done. We need to hurry up and get to the city of 1,000 floods. I think we will... Well, actually, no, we are definitely going to go along tonight. The stream may take 3 or 4 hours, but luckily I do happen to have... Well, luckily it's a Friday night, so we do have that time. So, in the meantime, we are going to Skyrim to talk to Kalia. I'm hoping it'll only be about 3 hours. But you know, I did do some long streams back when I was just starting out as a VTuber,
I have to
even
remember,
though
I
I'm
hope he knows what he's doing.
largely doing
The
2-hour ones. I do have it in me to do longer ones too. So I hope you guys don't mind. Here we are. Hello,
Saira,
Kalia.
what are you doing here?
Just wanted to check on you. How's your injury?
Better.
doing?
Thanks for asking. I suppose it looked worse than it actually ended up being.
We'll soon start the mission to head into the city of 1,000 floods. I just wanted to say goodbye.
I see. I don't think this is the end, though. I will be back on my feet again in a couple of hours and will help defend the temple. Nothing is worse than lying around like this. Just find the Numinos for us, Saira. That is all that matters.
Alright, thank you guys. Because I do really want to get this done today. Especially since I titled... When I started this series, I made the decision that the last stream will be titled what it currently is. So I titled it this because that particular quote is very meaningful, and you only see it at the very end. So if we don't get to that, so basically, when I titled the stream what it is, I was committed to ending this game today. So I hope you all don't mind. This is not the right way. Where am I trying to go right now?
Yes.
So, about that title. It's a quote from the game that... So, okay, so... You guys don't know because my PC is pretty good, so we don't spend a lot of time on the loading screens. But that particular quote is one that shows up on the loading screens, and the speaker is unknown. So, you know, on loading screens there's like oftentimes there's a lot of quotes about just from random people in the setting. And one of those that shows up is that particular quote. I led them to the light. I alone. And the speaker is unknown on the loading screen. So at the end of this story, we find out who says it. And it takes a very
I just
different
don't see the
character
fucking point.
when that happens.
And so the circle closes, as it does for these 3 virtuous souls we are mourning today. But fear not, for they gave their life for a just cause, for the greater good, and will thus be walking on the endless paths forever, together with our Lord Malphus. Magistra Jailer, Keeper of the Third Sigil and Master of the Archives, Stalwyn Willowsong, Keeper of the First Sigil, and Legion Lightman Novice. May the Lord receive your souls today and grant you that you may walk the paths for eternity.
Oh, just shut up, won't you? As if you believe any of this yourself.
Keeper, you...
Malphus is dead. Our Lord is dead. And if even he could not last through the ages, how is he supposed to lead us along the eternal paths? A dead god?
Take
her away. Yes, just go on. Close your eyes and pretend that none of this is happening. It's what you've always been good at. The cleansing is our punishment, don't you see? The punishment because we failed the Lightborn. That we let someone kill them. And the High Ones will take us all. Do you hear me? They will take us all.
That's the kind of optimism we need.
But...
Keep going!
Magistra Jailer, Keeper of the Third Sigil and Master of...
Okay. Now...
Archives.
We have to do Eastland's quest.
Isn't this a surprise? Where are you headed?
In the dust... I have no idea where this dust pit is. Is it? Foreign quarter? Okay. Is it, wait, is the dust pit? Is it the arena? In the,
Yes?
in the
My
Undercity?
dame, do you have a moment? I think the 2 of us could do business together.
Wait, this guy's still here? Seriously? Okay, no, I am not talking to you, sorry. Where is the dust pit? Okay, I wonder if it's in the Undercity. We'll just teleport there. This guy has been here trying to do business with me since the day I first arrived in Enderal. And I'm just like, no. The world's about to end. I don't want to do business with you. Like, side quests, man. The world is imminently about to end. Nothing you do will matter. But he really wants to do this. Oh, yes. I knew it. The dust pit is the arena in the Undercity. Okay, so we just go in here.
Keep walking.
There you are.
Newsland.
Nice place, isn't it? While the Neramis are in front of our gates, the people down here are bashing each other's heads in, and the crowd is cheering them on.
Well, they do need entertainment to forget. For a lot of people down here, it's the only way out of their
Possibly.
misery.
Be that as it may, I finished reconstructing the Planeswalker. It was expensive and
Remember,
arduous,
guys, we're going to be
but the
traveling
result
to
turned out better
parallel
than expected.
universes.
In a safe place.
In a video game.
Come
I
along.
kind of do that normally, but in this video game, we will be doing that.
Should have placed my money on the Eternal.
Sunchild, aren't
Follow
I've heard about those yellow coats invading this
into
country.
his hideout. The world may end,
Move
but I'll
along.
end it with my purse full. Well, that's a very interesting mindset. Huh?
Obulus, my name, please. The
Ah, yes. We now have to follow this slow NPC. Always a pleasure. Oh, he's going to run us over. We need to get things done. Well, thinking about a Super Mario 64 video that wasn't meant to be a meme, but it became one. You have the most interesting rabbit trails, Tommy. Come on, Weasley. You can afford to walk a little faster, can't you? Oh, and then he just turns around for no reason because pattern. Is this it? Wait a minute. This is a bar. But before I can explain the thing, I need to talk to you about parallel universes. You mentioned helping the Serranos thing not knowing that Leo should tag along with probably can't though. I don't know anything about your role, Leo. I have no idea who the Serrano thing is. Or person is. Would you happen to be able to explain right now?
What do you want? To cock at me?
Oh, here's his Zork, and that's quite a name. Oh. And it's filled with
They
piss
come
beetles.
creeping from every corner down here, don't they? Either way, here it is. The Planeswalker.
A cube? Oh my gosh. He's a Genshin Impact boss. Huh, and this thing can transport us into other
Correct.
realities?
But in order for it to do that, we need to activate it first. See those 3 crystal fragments worked into the casing?
Yes, is this the ether
Well
crystal?
observed. Essentially, the Planeswalker creates a distortion in reality. Imagine the following. When you cast a fireball, this fireball is coming from another eventuality, correct? Accelerated heat
It's a
you conjure right into
cube,
your fingertips.
Tommy.
While you're doing this, there's a brief moment in time where the door between this eventuality and our
This
world
is
stands
the
ajar.
Dwemer hypothesis.
Good.
Got it.
The problem is that this rift normally exists for only a split second. And this is where the Planeswalker comes into play.
Well, I guess
It
in this
maintains the rift the
in
moment
Enderal,
we
it'd be the
create it.
Starling hypothesis. In other words, we need to cast a spell to create a rift, and then the Planeswalker will keep it open.
Yes. I will cast the spell, but I will need to borrow from your strength. You'll see why. In a
Alright,
moment.
when do we
Once the
start?
rift is open, we'll only have a limited amount of time, so 3 things in advance.
Well, you
First
see,
of all,
Leo,
according to Dalmaric,
bugs in
planeswalking is
airplanes can
extremely
cause a lot
dangerous.
of problems. Can't be, Tommy.
Well, he thinks that an eventuality recognizes irregularities after a certain amount of time, and corrects them. In other words, massive arcane fever and a brain hemorrhage. So we'll have very little time over there. Secondly, the further an eventuality is located from our strand, the less time we can stay in it. Realities in which Vin doesn't even exist would correct us the moment we step through the rift. Well, let me put it this way. I'd actually prefer to go through the rift by myself, but knowing you, I doubt you'd stay behind. But, and this is important, once we're there, please don't follow me. Look around, explore the area,
Not
do whatever
yet,
you feel like
Leo.
doing. But let me carry out my task in peace. Please. Good. Now let's waste no more time, shall we? Here, take this
Yes,
and cast
let's
it at my
waste
command.
no more time. We
Do
do
it
not
from...
want to waste time tonight.
Wait. Yes, from over there. Let's begin.
Perform the ritual. control performed. I am going to drink some ambrosia.
Kirash. It worked. By the name of the sun.
By the name of the sun.
It worked. It actually worked.
Where are
Dira,
we?
the Siras Islands, a few miles from the shore near... You feel it too, don't you? The fever?
Yes, it's different, isn't it?
It
More
is.
intense.
It must be the eventuality trying to correct us, just as Dalmarek said it would.
Oh
In other
no,
words,
my
the
heels
clock
are
is
sinking
ticking.
into the sand. What now?
Look
What
for
are we
someone.
going to do?
Prophetess. Thank you. I know I'm not the easiest person to get along with, but this... It means a lot to me. Give me 10 minutes, will you?
It's always been
Take a look
Dark
around,
Souls,
do what you will,
Sakanashi.
but be
You know,
careful.
there were a lot of mods for
Yes.
Skyrim that try to turn
You
it
will.
into Dark Souls. Speaking of Skyrim and Dark Souls, though, I do want to play the Vigilant mod, which is heavily Dark Souls inspired, because it is one of my, well, specifically the fourth act is probably one of my favorite bits of story writing in a video game ever. Okay, yes, the Dream Flower. That's what we need. That's what we did this entire side quest for. Was that flower. The mod is called Vigilant. It is it's a very beautiful piece of storytelling. It's like
I liked it.
explicit
What do you think, love?
storytelling.
It was magnificent. We'll make a great bard out of you yet.
Really?
Really. And you know what? Because you did so well, I'll tell you a secret.
What is it?
It's a secret, so I can only tell you and not Mommy. Come over here, and I'll tell you.
Appreciation for tragedy, you know?
Hey, that's not fair.
Nothing in the world is fair, love. So, Princess, what do you say?
Okay.
Just a little closer. The secret is... the tickle monster is hungry again!
You too. Do you want to know another secret? The little princess is way
Speaking
past
of
her
vigilant,
bedtime already, and she
You
knows
know, I always thought
because I have told
I
her
could
before.
never be scared
Alright,
in
alright,
Skyrim.
I'm going.
But Vigilant mod has it. The third act is like a horror
Look how she's
section.
grown.
And the first time I played
Time
it,
really
it
does fly,
legitimately
doesn't it?
scared me.
No argument there. I'll finish the letter, okay? You go upstairs and get some sleep. You've earned it.
Okay. Don't be too
And
long,
part of the
alright?
reason it scared me was
Don't
because
worry,
it
I
spawns an unkillable monster
I love you.
that
I love you too.
follows you and instant kills you and always know where you are, even if you sneak. And okay, but the part that scared me, see, I tried to delete it with console commands, and I couldn't delete it. It was immune to console commands. That's the part that scared me. You want to see Spooked on you? It's not very interesting. When I get scared, I tend to just shut down and fall silent, which is why I haven't done. I'm not planning to do any horror streams because it's kind of just boring.
You just had to do it, didn't you?
That was you up in the house, wasn't it? The useland of this
Well
reality.
observed.
Our time is running out. Don't you feel it? The fever? Okay, so since you guys probably weren't paying attention to the conversation, let me explain. So, Useland of our reality, his wife died a long time ago. And so the whole reason he wanted to travel to this alternate reality, he wanted to travel to the reality where his wife is still alive and we were happy together. Our time is running out. Don't you feel it? The
Yes.
fever?
Yes, I do.
Uslan, what are you doing? We need to get out of here.
I'm afraid I've changed my mind. I'm staying. Tell me something I
You'll
don't know.
die.
My daughter, and my wife, Naya. The man that world out there made me into. I never wanted to be like him. All I wanted was to live a normal life, like the Juzlan of this world gets to. But that's just the way of things. A world doesn't care what you want. It decides. We endure.
And what if Delmeric was wrong?
What do you mean?
We die if we stay here, alright. But what if our death has an effect on this world?
No. Dalmaric's writings are clear. We die, and it's over. A peaceful death in a peaceful world.
Delmeric blew up all of Thalgard. He's fallible. What if your death also kills the Uslan of this reality?
You're clever. I have to hand it to you. You're really clever. The problem is, however, that you could be right. And I can't afford to take that risk. So, I'm coming with you. But, give me one more moment, will you? Just one.
You got onto that video? Well, good to know someone was paying attention.
Let's go.
At least one person. Oh, I am going to search for another dream flower, though. You feel attacked? Well, I don't know why that could possibly be Tommy. Unless you happen to have a guilty conscience about something. I don't, maybe there was only that one dream flower. 2 people paying attention? Well, that's good. I don't know what you're talking about, Tommy. There's no reason for you to feel attacked, unless you have a guilty conscience. Okay. Okay, so I guess we didn't find the other dream flower, but that's fine. We only need the one. Can I leave? There we go. Okay. We are back.
You're right. I'm sorry. I don't know what got into me.
I'm glad that you came back to your senses.
Yes, so am I. The house, their voices, it was simply too much to bear. I must ask your forgiveness.
Okay, I don't want to talk about the rest of this. There's nothing to forgive. If it hadn't been for our mission, I wouldn't have intervened.
I am grateful that you saved me. Now that I'm back here, I know that staying would have been the wrong choice. Still, I don't regret doing what we did. It showed me something. I believe that concludes our business, does it not? Thank you, again. I think we both know you've earned yourself more than just a couple of pennies. Wait a moment. Yes, here it is. This key will open a deposit box in the bank. The item you'll find there is for you. It's an heirloom. I think we might have been friends had we met in another world. Now I suggest... Wait, what is this?
Here it is, the
In
very
that pouch
important
of
part.
yours. That flower. Kirash, is this a dream flower? Where did you get it? In the other reality?
Yes, I found it while you were
By the
in the
name of the
house.
sun. That is fascinating. Then you want to brew the potion, don't you? The dream flower elixir. No, that... You wouldn't do that, would you?
I've thought about it.
Alright, listen, that's a bad idea. The dream flower is dangerous. Extremely dangerous.
Why? Isn't the potion supposed to make you powerful?
No. That is, yes, it makes one powerful, but you must understand the reason why. The dream flower, I studied it for a long time, and by now I believe I understand how it functions. It takes over your spirit from the moment you drink it.
It takes over my spirit?
Yes. Ibn Nadarim and the Kalayan's alchemist, whose writings you've probably read. They are both wrong. Yes, the dream flower improves your arcane skills, but it neither makes you immortal, nor does it allow you to seamlessly jump between realities. Instead, it puts you into an eternal slumber. Do you understand? From the moment you drink it, you're asleep, trapped in a dream where things always go the way you want them to. An Elysium.
How do you know? I'm not going to pronounce that, but studied the plant for decades.
So did I. Believe me, I know what I am talking about. Drinking the Dreamflower elixir means leaving reality forever.
But it's still only a theory, isn't it?
Everything that's written about the Dreamflower is theoretical. Believe me, if I wasn't convinced that my hypothesis was... But it's pointless. Ultimately, you'll believe what you want to believe. Please, Prophetess. You're about to make a mistake.
And what now? What do you suggest I do?
Give it to me. I believe I can brew something out of it that contains the positive effects the flower has. Please, Prophetess, don't be a fool. You're toying with things you don't even remotely understand.
No, I'll keep it.
Fine. Do what you must. I'll prepare for the worst. Farewell, Prophetess.
Okay. Well, that sounds terrifying. Yes, it is. It does, doesn't it? Okay, now we need to go brew ourselves a Dreamflower elixir. Because this potion is how you get to the extra ending that they added in the Golden Sickle DLC. And since I have never seen this extra ending, I am going to make this potion and drink it. Right, okay, so there's a thing in, okay, so I need to use an alchemy station in here. Okay, here it is.
You? Well, that's your pay. So, I see.
There is no true
Here,
ending.
this is... Now go. You are not welcome here anymore.
I could just... I thought I could use this to create the potion, but it's not quite working. Hang on, let me look this up. I want to make sure I get this right. Sorry guys, just one moment while I Google this. Oh, okay. Okay. So that... Oh, it's this thing he's using. So I need to kick him off of it. Go away. Please go away.
Would you look at that? The mercenary returns.
Okay, there we go. We kicked him off. Okay, so where do we know? We need 2 glimmer dust And a human heart. Okay. I am not going on a fetch quest. We're just gonna get those. We're just gonna spawn those in. Human heart. Boomer dust. Yep, and now we can brew it. Oh, wonderful. Now we are ready. Now I'm just gonna save right here. And I believe... Yes, now we can go home and wait. Go home, sleep until the next stage of the quest unlocks. You ain't drinking that? Well, Tommy, if you know what happens if you don't, you might rethink about it. Okay, so specifically what the dream flower... Okay, so... You did just hear what Uslan thinks the dream flower elixir does. But, okay, so there are... When you find the recipe for the dream flower elixir, you find 2 books next to it, each speculating on what it does and how it works. So one of the books says that there's like an ancient civilization, a culture who's had their greatest warriors drink this elixir, and for the rest of their lives they would just be incredibly powerful and always successful at doing whatever it is. They would always live like these long, happy lives and die very wealthy and surrounded by their loved ones. That's one of the... So one of the theories is that it's just like a potion that gives you a buff and turns you into a super soldier, basically. The other theory present in that one, the theory in the other book is that the potion lets you like subconsciously jump between realities, always picking the one with the best possible outcomes for you. So things are always happy.
Yes?
So either way, it's effectively the same. Like it does really good things for you. It makes it so you always succeed at whatever it is you want to do. And of course, Uslan's theory is that both of those are false, and that what it really does is just puts you into a dream where you succeed at all those things. But of course, at what cost? I mean, I guess you have to get a human heart, but I mean, come on, how many people have we killed in this story already? Come on, Tommy. And besides, no one said that the heart had to be fresh. It could be someone who died of natural causes. You don't like the idea of heart soda? Well, you know, it's just like any kind of animal product drink. I mean, a heart is just meat. Yeah, so something doesn't add up with the third theory. I'm glad you noticed, Hatanashi, because logically speaking, if all the elixir did was put you into a dream, there would be none of this like theories about it. Like, nobody would notice.
You're a foreigner.
Nobody would think that the people who drink it live long, happy lives. Like, if everyone would just have recorded, they drank this and fell asleep and never woke up. So yeah, it doesn't add up. Yeah, there's no way for anyone to know what people are So yeah, people will just document it as a eternal coma potion. No one, because obviously you can't possibly know what the person in the coma is dreaming. So yes. So, you will hopefully find out not too soon, but Yuslin is not exactly a teller of the truth in all things. So, I have reason to believe that he is lying about the elixir. For reasons you will find out soon, hopefully. So we're gonna head up to the Sun Temple.
Hey there.
It's
It's good to see you. So, shall we do this? The Grandmaster said by tonight Skyrim should have deciphered the old maps.
The following decision triggers events which lead to the end of Enderal. I am going to make a save right here, just in case I want to go do some side quests off stream. So at some point.
Go on ahead. I'll follow.
Philosophical, does it really matter if reality is just bending to the will? I think it would matter in terms of your personal happiness, right? But like the kid from the village wasn't very happy. Because like humans inherently desire some kind of challenge to their lives. If you just win everything effortlessly, it's not really
Prophetess, there's
fun.
good news.
We
were able to decipher the Starling's maps, and we now know where to find the City of 1,000 Floods. Sharon was just about to explain. Sharon?
Yes. I suppose you already know that Vin hasn't always been like it is now. In the time of the Pyreans, it was one big continent, which they called Pangora. Only the Starfall, in the era of Azataron's madness, split it apart. In other words, the Pyreans dominated the entire world as it was back then. It was a world empire. However, until recently, we always thought that the Empire's capital, the City of 1,000 Floods, was situated somewhere near where Kira is today. We were wrong about that. It was here, in Enderal.
Here?
Here, beneath our feet, to be precise.
Under Ark?
Yes. We don't know whether it was a coincidence that Malphas vassals set the foundation of Ark here, but they did. The heart of the Pyrean Empire was here, right where we stand.
I mean, yeah.
Only it's buried now.
If people only want to do things with no challenge.
True, but there might be
all
another
we would
way.
do is, like,
You know
play,
the
like,
myth of
poker
the Black
games.
Guardian. The Endralians believe that there is some kind of demon deep down below the surface, and that you can even hear him scream if you just listen carefully. Rubbish, of course, but I think that these screams are the sound of wind. And if there's wind...
There are tunnels. So you're saying that the Undercity's cavern reaches that deep? Into the City of Floods?
Into what is left of it. All we need to do is find an entrance point that can lead us down.
Then we leave without further delay.
Yeah, Tommy.
There's no point in leading an army down there, so the four of us will go
All you
alone.
wanted to do was play an easy mode. Like, you
Speak
wouldn't
to the
keep throwing
Archmagister
yourself
and tell
back
him
into
to
the
give you the
game when you
word of
get
the
frustrated with
dead
it,
and the
right?
container for the Numinos. We will need
A world
both.
where you
He's
get
at the
everything you want without ever...
Shouldn't we at least think this through before we go?
Ready your equipment. We'll meet at the gate to the Undercity.
Alright, here we go, boys. The final quest. Here we go. Where am I supposed to go? I'm sorry. Can you get the beacon? There are some things in life you'd like to have with no effort. Certainly.
Oh, aren't you... never
Of course,
mind.
life has a way of throwing
How can I help
challenges
you?
at you that you don't want. Ideally, you'd have like the perfect
He
amount of
was.
challenges, right?
But he went to get
Always
something.
challenges that you know.
Why don't
can
you wait until he
overcome.
comes? You know, when all this. But now. And your mod. Say. It. The beacon. Do you really think it. I just don't understand.
Honestly, me neither, but I don't think we have any other options.
You know, I lost someone.
Ideally, all
Not
your
too long
challenges would be
ago.
self-imposed. I'm not sure about
It
that.
was the Naramis.
If all your
Under the
challenges are
command of that butcher
self-imposed, I
Korik.
think that runs into the same problem.
My family has a small farm near the coast.
Where it's like boring,
When the first
right?
of the Naramis ships landed,
If
I
all your
immediately
challenges are
rode to them
self-imposed,
to get them into the city. Into
it's
safety.
not necessary that if you know you can surpass them.
I'm
but
sorry. This isn't easy.
A curveball. It's like you
Our
need
farm.
things that happen that are unexpected.
It's on a small cliff near the farmer's
to
coast.
be entertainment. If you always know
Just a
what's
few
going to
miles
happen,
from Ark.
and you know
I
the
already
way
had a
it
bad
happens, it's
feeling when I
very
set out.
boring. Like that's.
And then I saw the smoke.
I mean, that's why people avoid
And then there was
spoilers,
that.
right?
The smell. I rode faster and faster. My mother. And it doesn't matter how it. That wouldn't have happened to you. If I could just be more like you. Then I. Your flesh. Yes, that's it. All I need is a piece of your flesh. And nothing like that will ever happen again. Why?
What?
Is that so hard to understand? I don't want much. Just a small piece. But you just don't want to share. Isn't that it? You want it all for yourself. Because you're vain. And in all your damn vanity, you don't even see the futility of the whole. The beacon won't burn. It never will. Thousands have tried it before you. Thousands who are as arrogant as you are. And they all failed.
That's exactly my response, Tommy.
Just let yourself fall. Because the light will burn you. It will devour you. Until there's nothing left of you. Nothing but burnt flesh.
Nice and crisp. You're familiar with that, aren't you?
Prophetess.
It's just a little conversation.
By Malthus, we need to stop them.
Okay. It's a little possession. It's not their fault. They were just possessed. You know, by the Highlands.
By the name of the sun. They were possessed. How is that possible? I thought the sigil stone protects us.
Obviously it doesn't. What about the beacon? How badly is it
Of
damaged?
course. Wait.
You can't punch a ghost, Tommy. It's rather ghost.
The damage is within acceptable limits. Nothing we shouldn't be able to repair. But wait, what is that noise?
Yes.
Oh, by the righteous
The
man.
city's on fire
I think you should see this.
because someone let the Spanish in.
What in blazes happened here? And what is that noise?
The Naramis. They are in the city. Their entire army.
What? No. This is impossible. This is impossible! And this? What's the meaning of this bloodbath?
I don't know, Grandmaster. The High Ones somehow were able to possess the Keepers here. They tried to destroy the beacon and kill the Prodigy.
What? But the stone, we...
Grandmaster, you have to
It
see
turns
this.
out the stone
What?
that we thought
That the
protected
Naramis
us
are in the city?
from
I
the
know
White
that
Madness was
already.
actually just a pretty rock.
No, we know how they did it. The true Chessa betrayed us.
Nonsense.
It's the truth. She and almost a third of the Keepers followed Bartar's example. Come, you should hear it for yourself.
And of course, this all has to happen right before the very definite final dungeon. Oh, so we got some cinema scenes watchers here, huh? Just gotta wait for them to run over here.
There.
And
She survived it.
slow as usual.
Open your eyes, traitor.
What? Hi, Grandmaster. I am so sorry. It shouldn't have happened like that. Oh, my Malthus. What have I done?
Tell
What
us what's
have you done? Good
Of course,
question.
Grandmaster. I will. The Trichessa. She contacted Korak and asked for...
She's bleeding to death, Grandmaster. We need to get her into the curarium.
We will, once we're done. Continue. The Trichessa arranged a meeting with Korak. What did she want from him?
A truce. She offered him the city. If he would promise not to harm anyone.
The conversation from a few streams ago about how these people can keep thinking that if they just give Korak what he wants, he won't kill anyone.
Korak. He agreed. Once the gates were open, he
Killed everyone.
Wants to kill everyone, no matter
Trichessa,
what.
he just... Even though she kept her end of the bargain. Then they swarmed into the city and... Oh, my Malthus, I am so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Take her to the curarium.
Yes, of course, Grandmaster. Lirum, get her, bring me a stretcher.
Wait. You have to forgive me. I mean, we only wanted the best. You have to believe me. Please don't let me die as a pathless. Please.
I forgive you. Now go.
Yes.
It
Yes,
seemed like
of
it took
course,
some effort for him to say. Which is understandable.
What are your orders,
Considering he's doing
Grandmaster?
this
We are
all.
many, but if we use cunning, we might be able to drive them back out of...
We will not. We are no more than 6 up here, and the Naramis are thousands. And both our black powder and our boiling oil are in the barracks.
Then it's over. We've lost.
What? No! Nothing is over! They can't be that far into the city yet. We only have to drive them out of the gates and then...
And how exactly are you planning to do that? By loading the cannons with sugar mint and shooting balls of herbs at the Naramis? Great idea, really.
You sodding!
Quiet! Narajil and Skyrim are right, Commander. Ark is lost. But our war against the High Ones isn't. The beacon still stands, and it will continue to do so as long as we hold the temple. We've lost the battle, yes, but not the war. All we need is the Numenors, and then the beacon will be lit.
And what then? I don't think Korak will withdraw once we've destroyed his vision of this ascent.
Correct, he won't. Which is why we will surrender.
What?
It is the only way. As I said to the Trichessa before, this war is about more than just us. If we choose to give up now, or if we choose to fight and die down there, Korak will destroy the beacon either way and let the cleansing happen. We will prevent that at all costs. Which is why we will fight the Numenors, light the beacon, and then surrender.
And what? Hope for mercy? Korak has more than once demonstrated what he means by mercy.
I am not hoping for mercy. We will die, but there is no alternative. Korak isn't man enough to participate in the battle himself. So even if we were to break out and fight, all we would do is kill his delusional soldiers. And their deaths would be as pointless as this entire war. Once the High Ones are vanquished, we've done our duty. That's it.
But no! We are warriors, and true warriors fight. You've said that.
True warriors ask questions. Like the question, when does a battle for ideals become nothing more than a battle for vanity? Those soldiers down there, Commander, they are nothing more than butchers. But we are more than that. But I will not stop you. As soon as the beacon is lit, you're free to flee.
After that,
but for now, you will
is
hold
less
this place at
important.
all costs while we search for the Numenors. Archmagister, do you have the word of the dead?
I do, yes. How do you plan to get into the Undercity from
obviously
here?
nothing
The
else
entire city
matters
is swarming with
if
Korax's
the cleansing
soldiers.
happens.
Leave that to me. Commander Aaron, gather the remaining Keepers and Arcanists. I will address them.
I forgot there was this much cutscene before we can actually go do the final quest. But that's okay. We're going late tonight. I think we might be able to get everything done in the next hour. I'm hopeful. Well, assuming the quest actually goes. Oh, I hear music.
You all know what has
That's a
happened.
good sign.
We were betrayed by our own brothers and sisters. As we speak, people are dying, slaughtered by the Nerimes, who think we are their enemy. And I know what you are feeling right now. Anger. Anger aimed at those in our ranks who did this to us. But you're wrong. Despite their deed, they wanted to protect us, to fulfill their holy duty. And the same applies to Koarek and his soldiers. Yes, they are deluded. Yes, they have committed crimes past redemption, but they, too, only did what they thought was right. If there is someone to blame in all this, it's the High Ones, and no one else. They, brothers and sisters, they are the ones responsible. They have no mind, no compassion, no soul, and their only reason for existing is to destroy. They are cowards who act out of the shadows and play us against each other like puppets on strings. And right now, they think they have won. They think they can defeat us. But they will fail, because we are still here. We have the beacon, the only thing capable of stopping all this madness, and that is exactly what we're going to do. After that, you are free to go. Flee, fight, do whatever you think is best. I myself will surrender, because every drop of blood spilled after we have done our duty and destroyed the High Ones is useless. And even if the Nerimes kill me, my death will be a sign. A sign that people like Koarek will never understand. Hatred breeds hatred. This is what history has taught us, and this is what makes the High Ones strong. Stand by me when the time comes, or go. But until then, fight.
And put the medium in the tower room of the Emporium. Okay.
A machine that can banish these High Ones. The mysteries of this world are endless, aren't they?
Stairs. Up the stairs. Oh, here we are. The tower room. Oh, this is Aranthiel's room. I've never been in here before. Oh, there he is.
And there she goes. 4,000 years this city has stood. And now she is aflame. It is a tragedy.
You told the others that we're going to find the Numinos, but how? How are you planning to get into the Undercity of the Nereid?
There is another way. I suppose you already know that the Order, and due to your dealings with the Relata, you also know that we, the Order, had an informal agreement with them. They rule the underground and we rule the surface. In reality, however, this is only half the truth. We never handed over the reins entirely. There is a Plan B in case things get out of control and the Undercity's inhabitants revolt, like they did once during the Blood Moon riots.
A Plan B? I have an idea what that might mean.
I will make it short. There's a set of tunnels throughout the King's Mountain on which this temple was built, and they lead all the way down into the Undercity. They were built to release poison gas into the entire cave system.
In other words, if the Undercity were to revolt again, you would have simply killed them.
It would have been an option. With the gates to the surface barred, no one would have survived.
And let me guess, your plan is to use these tunnels to sneak down into the Undercity.
And back up again, yes. The Neremes do not know about these tunnels, and when they find out, it will be too late. We descend, we find the Numinos in the City of Floods, and after that, there is a way into the tunnels through the dungeons of this temple. Meet me and Skyrim there once, and bring the mercenary. Prepare yourself. We will meet. There is another way. I suppose you already know. Probably. I will make it short. There's a set of tunnels throughout the King's Mountain in which this temple was built.
And I don't know why Skyrim does this, but like after you go through the scripted dialogue, it will then just like restart the dialogue. And it's a bug in vanilla. It's a bug no matter that no mod I know of has been able to fix.
We can here, but hurry.
And I don't know why it happens.
Malphas's blessings.
But since no one's ever been able to fix it, I'm guessing it's just something intrinsic to the engine. Okay.
So what did the Grandmaster say?
There are tunnels in the mountain. They were meant to pipe poison gas into the Undercity in case they revolted. We're going to use them to get
Poison gas. Now, if that isn't yet another example of the unimpeachable holiness of the Holy Order. But I guess a way down is better than none. There was one thing I wanted to ask you before we leave. If things work out the way the Grandmaster thinks they will you give yourself to Korak as he said he would?
Heck no. I'm not sure. If there's a way to survive this, I'd rather take my chances. Symbolic gesture. If I am going
I'm glad you see it that way.
to get killed by the Spanish,
Anyway,
I'm
I'll go
taking
catch up with
as
Maester
many of
Cynical
them
and our
down
esteemed
as I possibly
Grandmaster.
can.
Couldn't ask for better company on a suicide mission like this. Just meet me at the dungeon once you're ready to set out.
No.
Prophetess, we will do what we
Do you
can.
want us to go here?
Malphas's blessings.
Yes, okay. Oh, the door here that I've never used. Yeah, I'd rather try to... Oh, wow, this place is very broken. Okay. Let's see here. Oh, rats. Of course. Infinite rats. Okay. Lever. I assume that opens the doors.
One thing the Holy Order has always been. It's creative. My respect for that, Arithiel.
They're here. One moment.
Here we are, boys. It's a very good environment that we're headed into.
Interesting lock.
It's a sigil, and it can only be opened by one bearing the Grandmaster's sword. Follow me.
It did, didn't it? Here we are, boys. The final dungeon. Through these gates lie the end of all things. Oh, I have to get close and random. Yes. Yeah, put that in the house. Because it's really everything we need.
In case you were wondering, those three water gates up there contain the Stalin machinery which releases the poison gas. As long as we do our helping them, we can pass safely.
Let's go. Are we going?
So, this tunnel system, how many exit points does it have? I assumed that a single exit into the Undercity wouldn't have sufficed to poison it all by itself, would it?
No. There are a total of 8 exits, and we will be using the one that leads into the Crow District. According to Merritt...
They just went back for the door. Okay. Good work, Skyrim. Real thumbs up there. Good job, Skyrim. Thank you for that. Ancestral spirit. These ancestors are this, I wonder.
Pathetic.
Pathetic. I think our speed just got cut back down to normal by the frost spell. That's a little annoying.
What a waste of time.
Wow. Arantheel's just so... He has had it with all these random mobs. Just like I have. Oh, so basically, wait, it got set to 0. It should be at 100, so it's not reset. It like bugged out and became even slower than usual. Okay, here we go, back to our normal speed. Yeah, I'm done with this too. Wait, is this the right way? Oh, okay. Road quarter. Well, I don't think this area was accessible normally. Oh, I hear fire. Is it time for us to kill some speech?
You know this area better than we should.
I do? I don't think I've ever been here before. And at least we don't have to follow. Okay. That was an interesting kill move. I've never seen that one before. Oh, here the flash. I think I bashed his head in with my camera of myself. I think that's what happened.
But this is madness. Our faith is peaceful. It always has been.
Is that so? And the radiant
From you!
Freedom from religion. You see. That's the freedom they're fighting for.
This is the place.
It's not freedom of religion, it's freedom from religion. Oh.
Impressive.
Lead the way, prophetess. You know.
Yes, they are extremely Okay. That was our first vision of the past.
You alright? You look pale for some reason. It was the echo, wasn't it? Stronger?
Yes, but it was different
That might
somehow.
be because we're getting closer to where the last cleansing happened. If we just follow the visions, they might lead us directly to the temple, thus to their...
Yeah, it was loud.
The High Ones. They're trying to prevent us from reaching the temple.
There's gonna be a few more of those, and I apologize in advance. We are about to witness the death of an entire civilization, after all. Understandable that might be a bit of loud screaming involved. Okay, so let's just gonna keep going down through the tunnels. Oh wow, there's a lot of these. There's a lot of them, but they don't have a lot of HP. Thankfully, they're really tough enemies. Undead in Skyrim are always, like, just so weak. Like, skeletons are almost cute in a way. Because they're just so weak. And, like, you just feel no fear from them whatsoever.
The city of 1,000 floods. By the wise hermit. It's so beautiful.
And dangerous. Come, we need to get down there.
He has betrayed us! Jakal opened the gates and now they're killing everyone!
The temple! Retreat to the temple!
You had a choice, and you've chosen ignorance. Now pay the price.
Everything is repeating. Oh, I have to talk to him about the vision.
What did you see?
The Pyreans, someone betrayed them too and helped this Jakal get into their city. And he seems to have motives similar to Thoric.
In other words, all that we have done so far is almost identical to how things went for the Pyreans. We are still part of the pattern.
But does that mean everything we've achieved hasn't made any difference at all? That we found the Black Stones, the ancient starlings?
All that the Prophet has seen is that someone betrayed the Pyreans too, and that this jackal was deluded as this fool Koarek. We knew that already. We are the first to be so close to lighting the beacon. I can feel it.
Oh, now I have to follow him. Well, hurry back, Tommy, or else you might miss something very important. Ah, yes. And here we see the remains of those who were left after the cleansing. So if you play Genshin Impact, if you played Donglu's first Archon or story quest with the Salt Temple, that quest gave me serious vibes of this. because of all the corpses just arranged like this. It's very beautiful in a way. Alright, keep going, alright then, I'm following you. You have to wonder, right? What you were seeing.
What a waste of time.
This not much time. I just commented that, do you remember John Lee's story quest in Genshin with the salt god? That quest gave me serious vibes of this, if you remember, with all the people who were turned into salt.
Messed up puppet theater? How can these corpses still be here after all this time? They should have decayed long ago.
Good question.
Yes?
It looks like magic to me. Look at how gray their skin is. Like ashes.
I see, the cleansing did this to them, right? This must have been their final moments before the High Ones devoured them.
I fear you're right. They must have tried to get into the temple, into safety. In vain. This is tragic.
Yes, very tragic. Are you done?
Of course.
Impressive.
I suppose we have company.
You are impressive, you know that? Everything around you is falling apart, yet you refuse to give up. Tell us, Saranthia, what makes you keep going?
Are you trying to manipulate me? If so, save your breath and fight instead.
Oh my, so grim. How nice it would be if everything could just be killed, wouldn't it? Even the past. Tell us, do your companions know the truth about you? All of it?
Let's go. This is pointless.
Pointless? You wound us. All we want is to help them understand. Just look at them. How clueless they are.
Are you deaf? Shut up.
It's...
Your games don't work on me.
The question for Enderal. They're asking the question for us. To make us question his motives.
There has to be a way.
Not here in Inodan, Tiro. We could hide the pregnancy, but a living child? A lightborn and a mortal. It's blasphemy. As ridiculous as that may sound coming from my mouth. You could flee with him, you know. Take him somewhere where no one will find you.
What? Irlanda, that... No. They would recognize us for who we are.
Not if we took precautions. But even if they did, no one would dare oppose a Lightborn. No one. Tia Lord, please, don't let him grow up without a father. He will be special, I can feel it, and he will need you.
What is this? But... No, I can't. The Council, Irlanda.
So here's
you know what they
the
said
big
about
reveal about Telior's
They want to do
backstory. So in case you forgot,
You mean the exaltation?
Telior's son
I can't believe you
was
just
the
said
one
that.
who
This
killed
is
the
about a child,
Lightborn
our
and
child.
ended the era of the
Yes,
gods.
our child. Why don't
And
you tell me
now the
enough 1,000
reveal
times?
is
I have
that
forbidden
the
this.
son Telior
And you,
had
you should know that better than
was
anyone else.
with one of the Lightborn,
You know how hard I've worked to
one
get
of
here,
his
Irlanda.
gods.
And now you want me to give it all up? For this thing?
Tim, how? I just don't know what to say. Being a seraph, it's a title by the name of the sun. A title. How can that possibly be more important to you than... Oh, I just can't believe it. I just can't
He not
believe
only
it.
has to live with
Of course
the
you
fact
can't.
that...
You've never known what it means to have to fight for
Well,
something.
we'll just let it play out.
We will give him away
First.
to one of your servants. It is better that way, for him and for us.
What would have happened if you had been there for your son, I wonder? Would he have ever started to blame the gods for this deep hatred lurking inside him? You made your son into what he became, and all because a promotion was more important to you than your own flesh and blood. And that is why you will fail here, don't you see? Because failing is what you do. As a soldier, as a protector of the gods, and as a father. You are a butcher, a loser, not the glorious savior you want people to remember you as. Admit it already.
By the wise hermit, that's a lot of them. Now would be a good time to fill us in.
Cover our backs. You prophetess fight in my side.
So, the Roast Host do have a reason, a good reason for why they said all that, besides just wanting to roast him. So something you'll find out soon is that everything we say
The path is clear.
is
Advance.
calculated and for a particular purpose. But you see, the real motivation for saying all that has nothing to do with making us question, although that's how it might seem at this moment. Oh wow, that is a big guy. He falls down easily. Like I said, no reason to slow You're all going to find out
That was all of
very
them.
soon.
Quickly now, to the gate.
Garage. It's locked. What do we do?
We will break it open. Do you see the ballista up there? Dalvarig, you... Wait. Do you feel that?
Yes. By the wise hermit, I have a bad feeling about this. What in the name of the sun?
Oh boy, you're gonna find out what everything did. Very soon.
Wait, she's moving.
Yes. Yes, that is good. Stay with us.
Wait, what?
You were hit by a piece of debris, but we are safe. At least for the moment.
The dragon. What about the dragon? Where is it? Are you gonna answer my question? Okay. Oh boy, waiting for NPC scripts again. Oh, we're in combat, okay.
What a waste of time. You will not be able to get inside here.
What about just far?
The building
Where is
came
it?
down on top of him, but you survived. That is what matters for now. We finished
what
this.
do we do?
That arrogant display of the High Ones was a bluff. They are afraid of us, and this puppet show out there was their last trump card. But they have... All that matters now is that we summoned a High One, and thank the gods your injuries are only super... You will not be able to get inside here.
Okay. It's okay, guys. This is not the last we have seen of Jespar. He didn't die on screen. So, of course, he's not actually dead. Oh,
You will not stop us! Never!
It feels a little bit odd for him to shout that to a rat. Let me see. Which way are we going? This way? Yeah, of course, no one's gonna buy the idea that Jespar died off screen.
Interesting. That must be the echo. We are so close to where the last cleansing happened that not only the prophetess sees it, but we do as well.
I wonder what this is. They're all running towards something. Sorry guys, like I said, there's gonna be a few more of these as we continue.
Pathetic.
No thoughts. The beacon is all that matters, understood? They must not harm it.
Oh. Wait, is this their beacon? Oh gosh. That must be their beacon. Or is it? Wait, maybe not. Uh-oh. Oh no, this is their beacon. There it is.
There it is. The beacon. By the gods, how similar they are. Sharim, do you have the word of the dead with you?
Yes.
Good. Then place it in front of the beacon and prepare yourself. Prophetess, it is now up to you. Somehow you must recall the moment when the last cleansing happened. If Yaela's theory is right, this is the only way to get our hands on something close to a physical form of a High One.
And how exactly should I do that? I can't control the echo.
No, but maybe you can somehow lure it. According to all that you have told me so far, the echo seems to react to things or situations connected to the cycle. Take a look around and see if you can find something.
Alright, I'll see what I can do. Give me some time.
Alright.
Okay, we are going to make a save here. And I am going to drink my heart soda. Okay, heart soda is drank.
They are similar to magic, or the power responsible for the tides. They are pure energy.
He has betrayed us! Jakal opened the gates and now they're killing everyone!
The core of this sickness is in people's heads. It is a way of thinking. But you will never understand that, High Priest. Will you?
I do like that they made them glowy for us.
It was almost as if the beacon longed for the stones, They are the key. I feel it.
So as you can see, the Pyreans have done everything that we have done up to this moment. Oh, where's this last one? Is this it? No? Oh, okay. There should be... Okay, where is one more? I just need to find one more. I can't seem to find the last one. Well, that one did. Okay, so we need to find the fifth one before we can... Is that it? No? Okay. Like, why is it this... It should not be this hard to find. It has to be somewhere really obvious that I just missed. Somehow, because I'm blind. Maybe it's back here in the pews? No. Anything back? Do you guys see anything? Am I just blind? Is it really obvious and I just am not seeing it? Maybe... Oh, is it the beacon itself? No. Oh, gosh. One fragment of the last clue. 4 out of 5. I have found 4 out of 5. Come on. How is it that... Wait, let me turn on my light. Maybe this will help. I see nothing here. Is this plant stuff? No, not here. I'm so bad at this. What? I can't believe I will get stuck here. Pink? No. I feel bad. I feel so bad. Here I am all getting in a rush and stuff. Oh, wait, no. Oh no, I've already interacted with Summit. There's gotta be something around here. A bowl? Like a helmet? A sword? A shield? There's gotta be something. Okay, you know what? Google it is.
The beacon was created to banish the High Ones from existence, but to do that, we need something from them.
There we go.
word of the dead.
By the name of the sun. Is that...
A high one. We have made it. How are you feeling, prophetess? Luring the echo like that, it must have strained you.
It has, but I'll cope. This place, it feels peculiar.
It does, indeed. We are in the consciousness of a past civilization. Do you see that up there? Yaela was right after all. This is our Numenors, the essence of a High One.
I wish you could see this.
Wait, I don't think he's supposed to be on the ground right now. But okay.
Unbelievable.
Oh, there we are. We
I
just teleported
have
over
done
here.
it. In spite of everything.
Wait, so what now? How do we get the essence?
We will
inside
see
the
about that.
container?
Maybe that question will answer itself. Shari, do it. Carry the container to the essence.
As you command, Enderal.
Dude just teleported.
What is it? What are you waiting for?
Tell me, Enderal. Back in the ruins, when the High Ones showed you that memory, it was the first time I saw you express real agitation. Not anger, but agitation. What you did to your son. Do you regret it, I wonder? That you abandoned him in exchange for prestige and power.
What?
I don't think you do. What got to you was being reminded of your own failure. Regret. You don't know that feeling. You never have. Not even after Kira.
Shari, what are you?
I hired the mercenaries with Khalim. I helped him kill Lashari. And I let the Neramis into the city. And still, you don't have the slightest idea who I am, do you?
Oh boy.
You were there. The night of 1,000 fires.
Yes. I survived your massacre. One of only a few.
Then you did not follow my son because you shared his ideals. You did it to get to me. What for just now? Justice?
Justice. I am done with this world, Enderal. I have been for a long time now. The only reason why I'm still here is a promise I made to someone. The promise that one day, I will be the one who takes everything from you.
Yusuf, this is madness. Whatever you are planning to do, it will affect the whole world, not just me. If you want my death, why not just wait, damn it? Once we have lit the beacon, Korek will kill me. That way, all those innocent lives will be...
Please just shut up! You take me for such a fool? As if there's anything in this world you would want more than to die a martyr! Tealor Arantheal, conqueror of the High One, savior of mankind. You like the sound of that, don't you? You like it so much. You know, at first, I was so frustrated with all the setbacks. When the Prophetess saved Lashari's research in Alt-Rashengrad, and when Koarek's first attack on the city didn't succeed. But then I realized that all of this would be so much more gratifying than anything else I could do to you. Your final attempt, and so close to your target,
only to fail by my hand.
We could have avoided all this if we had just let him die in that alternate world.
You asked me once what my daughter's name was. Do you remember?
Yes, I beg you, please.
Lena. Her name was Lena.
No. That's impossible. You fool. Miserable, selfish fool! You killed us all!
Impressive, Raphael. You really were close. A shame that you were too preoccupied with yourself to see it coming.
Beasts! You damn beast! He was possessed! Possessed from the start!
Oh no, Raphael. I'm afraid that is only half true. We reap, but you sowed. Of course we possessed him, but you did all the heavy lifting back in Kira when you gave the order to massacre everyone dear to him, including his wife and his poor daughter. And so, it is a happy ending after all, isn't it? Without the Numinos, you have nothing to use the beacon's power on. And the only thing it is good for now is the destruction of your own beloved city. It will be a feast, and there will be nothing left of you once we've devoured you. Nothing but cold, gray flesh. It is just as we said. You have failed as you always have done. What is it, Aranthio? Lost your tongue?
No. No. I have not. Not at all. You have just presented me with a solution.
Are you deaf? There is no solution. The cleansing will happen, and you will all die.
Yes. Yes, we will. Your Messiah, the citizens of the city, the armies, we will all burn like the sun. And then, it will be over.
You're fantasizing, Aranthio. Without...
Hang on, Tommy. You'll see.
Not this time. Here we must go our separate ways. Believe me, I wish it were otherwise. But in your condition, you would just be a burden. And I cannot afford any... I'm sorry.
What are you talking about? What are you planning?
The High Ones are right. We cannot use the beacon to banish them anymore. But do you remember what the Archmagister said? Without the Numinos, the beacon's energy would burst out without direction.
Yes, which is why we went to find the Numinos in the first place. Lighting the beacon without it would
cause a massive explosion, yes. And that is the only thing we can do for mankind now. Koarek was and is essential to the High One's plan. Whatever shape the actual cleansing takes, he wants to make sure it will happen. And we, Prophetess, we may have failed in breaking the cycle for ourselves, but not for the others.
The others?
The other people of this world. Araziel, Kira, Kile. They're affected by the cycle as much as Enderal. And I know that there must be people like us. People who have had the same dreams and feel what is about to happen. And if we kill Koarek and his armies, we buy these people time. Time to gather knowledge, time to build a new beacon, and time to light it themselves.
So you want to blow up the beacon? But what about the city? What about all the people who will die?
Those whom the Narimes have not yet massacred anyway, you mean? They will die, as you and I will. But they will do so for mankind's salvation. And this is something worth dying for.
I wish
It
I
is
could
the
actually
only
see his
way,
face
don't
here,
you
but the
see?
lighting is
Either we
not
die
good.
here, rotting with the Pyreans, or we choose to give our death meaning by at least stopping this fanatic Koarek and his armies. The High Ones are a lot weaker than they pretend to be. I feel it. We were so close to destroying them, and I have faith in the others out there who will fight them. They will succeed where this scum Skyrim made us fail.
We are buying them time. Yes, maybe you are right. Maybe that is all
It
we can
is,
do now.
and I'm glad you see the truth of my words, prophetess. Once the others have succeeded, once they have lit a new beacon, we will be remembered as heroes. Do not forget that. I wish I did not have to leave you here, but in your condition, you would not make it up to the temple. I am sorry.
Not quite yet. All is not revealed yet. It's coming.
It all begins with the dreams. Breathe.
Is this lady again? Do you guys remember her?
Enter the mind of a High One? I hope you're joking. This was their last stand. They are afraid of us. I feel it. You've killed us! You've killed us all! You have just shown me the solution.
That's right. Everything that has happened so far is still part of the cycle. Except the woman. So I hope you all have some time to ask here yourselves, what is the beacon really? Because we're about to find out. Not just what the beacon is, just who we are. You guys remember how we found that corpse of myself in that cave way back when? I hope you do, because we're about to find out.
No, this is impossible.
What the? Who are you? What is this place?
Why are you here? Be gone, Phantom. Be gone and leave me to my slumber.
Phantom, what in blazes are you talking about?
Then,
What's the meaning
then
of
this
this?
isn't a dream. You really are here. But why? The Prophet dies when the Emperor leaves him. This is the course of the game. It has always been so. Explain yourself. How did you find this place? And why do you still exist?
The veiled woman. She healed me and opened the portal.
But why? She does not have a mind. She does not have feelings. So why should she do this? But still you speak the truth.
I can feel it.
Then
could it really be
gave the statue
that
like
the
a
unlikeliest
kinda
of all
sad
eventualities has become
expression.
reality and brought you here?
Because that's like I don't think that's in the original model. I have no idea what you were talking about. Who are you? What are you?
I am sorry. It's been too long since I've spoken to anyone. I have had many names. The Arcarians called me the God of Death. The Moonskin people, the Warden of Dreams. The Pyreans, the Demon of the Deep. For your people, I am,
But I appreciate
or
that
was,
slight alteration.
the
That
Black Guardian.
slight alteration gives it a lot more
Pompous
character.
names, I know. However, I am none of these, neither god nor demon. I am only an eye, condemned to observe again and again.
You know the Pyreans? By the gods, how old
As
are
you measure time, older than your most daring chronicles go back, by far. I have seen them all, since our people fell. Every civilization,
Oh, we're a
every
little
cleansing,
covered in blood, huh?
every turn of the cycle.
Then you somehow survived the cleansing of your civilization? Are you one of the ancient
What?
Starlings?
No. The Starlings came long after me. I was only a fool who wanted to save his own skin at any cost. I knew the cleansing would come. I had known it long before the Red Madness and the war started. But I also knew that fighting it as my people did, and as most do, was pointless. So I looked for another way to prevail. And I found it. What you see here is the result. The Goliath, as I liked to call it back then.
But your plan did work? You built this machine, became it, and survived the cleansing?
As the only one of my people, yes. But it happened faster than it should have. And when the cleansing occurred, the Goliath was not yet finished. And as the Emperor unleashed the light, I had no choice but to complete the joining too early. A fatal error,
If you
as it
remember
turned
way
out.
back, that one side
I
quest
did survive,
about
yes.
the
But
guy
I
who
am
tried
trapped
to
inside this
send
unfinished
his
machine.
consciousness inside a robot.
And ever since then,
That's basically this.
all I can
but
do is
much
watch. Again and again.
We haven't lost yet. Whether the High Ones triumph or not depends on what happens after Aranthiel has blown up the beacon.
No, you do not understand. You are stumbling through the fog, even now that it is almost over. By themselves, the High Ones are not the problem. If we would just see them as they really are, they would become powerless. Yes, it is hard to put into words. I myself do not know everything about the High Ones. Only that they are part of something we call the cycle. A civilization arises and blossoms, and then, always at the same stage of their development, the High Ones appear, and with them, the Red Madness. People start losing their minds, wars erupt, and chaos rules. Until 2 or 3 years later, the cleansing happens. The moment when the High Ones devour the collective consciousness, the gathered minds of this civilization, to give birth to a new one of Nobody knows what drives them. Perhaps they act out of malice, out of an urge to survive, or perhaps they do not even have a will of their own, but are like a force of nature. But I do know one thing, as powerful as they might be, it is mankind who gives them that power. We make them into what they are, because what nobody understands is simply this. The High Ones feed on what humanity has the most of. Their ego, greed, pride, fear, and their everlasting search for an enemy who was responsible for all their misery. It is those traits the High Ones make use of. These characteristics are what make us human. And by themselves, they are harmless. Only when we bury them, when we deny them, then they play into the High One's hands. So why is this, you ask? It is simple. The High Ones alone cannot make the cleansing happen. Only a human can. With the beacon, my knowledge about it is as limited as my knowledge about the cycle. It has existed since the beginning of time. And despite what you might now believe, the ancient writings about it are true. Lit by the ones who carry the Numenos, it can banish the High Ones once and for all. But it can also destroy us. Because what happens when it is lit without a core is far more than an explosion. It is the cleansing, the triumph of the High Ones. And even as we speak, a human, Tealor Orinthiol, has done it again. A bright light will appear from the heart of the machine and open a hole in the sky. And within hours, it will spread throughout the world, and they will all feel it. A fire that burns them from within. A white light which will break through their flesh. Do you understand now? The High Ones have no power. All they do is to feed on our weaknesses, manipulate us into bringing about our own destruction. It is we who forge the sword that kills us, we who lead them to their victory, even though the key to salvation has always been in our hands. But instead of realizing our folly, we make the same mistake. We repeat the same fate over and over, and only because we refuse to see the truth. Yes, the High Ones are our enemy, but who wants to hear that it is our ego, that dark voice within us, that empowers them? It is so ironic. The moment we would realize all this would be the moment it all came to an end. But we do not.
Like I said, that's what differentiates this from Mass Effect. And that's why I love it. Because, like I said, that is quite the plot twist.
They reap, we sow. Dreams, thoughts, visions, they are everywhere.
That's why I love this so much,
but the
because
principle
what the
is
High Ones
always the
essentially
same.
do
They
is
throw
you
a tainted
weaponize
seed into a fertile
terrorism.
ground. The
But the
rest
way you defeat the High
happens
Ones
by itself.
is you literally just do nothing. You don't have, you just stay home. You don't answer the call. You don't go on an adventure. You don't try to save the world. You just do nothing. And you would save the world by doing so. It's the very desire to defeat the enemy, to save the world, that ends up doing the world. And I think that is some beautiful storytelling I have not seen many places do. do before, then that means Aranthiel has just initiated the cleansing. He has signed the death
Like
warrant
1,000
for all
others
humanity.
before him, the High Ones knew exactly what they had to do to get him to commit this last act of desperation.
The roast ghosts
They played him
doing the
with his
roasting.
weaknesses and fears, like a figure on a chessboard.
The reason
And the
they
saddest
roasted
part is
was to
that
goad
until the
him
very end,
into doing
he
this.
will believe that he has
want
done
to
something
get him
good.
to get into the nothing will stop me, never give up mindset. Because he wouldn't accept failure, no matter the
That
cost.
was his greatest fear, yes. To be remembered
And
as
that's
a
the point of all
failure,
the roasting.
broken man.
They come here and taunt you just
That
to
was
get
the
them to
stream
hate
the High
them.
Ones manipulated him
Be
from the
willing to do
moment he
anything to
died,
stop them.
after attempting to flee from his prison on Nerim.
Oh yes, here's the other reveal. From the moment he died,
The real Arinthial. He is dead, prophetess. He is a fleshless one of the mightiest tools of the High Ones. Just as you are.
dun dun dun, I am dead. Then what is this? An illusion?
I wish it were. The methods of how the High Ones influence us are plentiful.
We got thrown into the ocean at the very
Madness,
beginning.
their
We were
ability to
tied
enter
to a
our
corpse and
dreams are
thrown
not
into
their
the
only
ocean.
means. Their mightiest tool
How
is
did
the
we
creation
survive that?
of projections, fleshless ones, or
And
emissaries,
the answer is
as they are also
we
called.
didn't.
If a person dies, and if this person has one last unfulfilled wish, a compulsion, then the High Ones have the power to create a projection of him, an immaterial image of the
We have been
deceased,
dead
which thinks
since the
itself real
prologue,
and
and
is
that's why we
perceived
found
as
our
such.
corpse in the cave.
When
That
no
was
one
the
notices, not even
us.
the projection itself, are two things. Firstly, it is driven by this last unfulfilled desire. Secondly, it becomes an idealized version of its former self, almost tailor-made to free itself from the last compulsion,
I mean,
that
I
ultimate
was kind of
scourge.
dropping the pretty heavy hints.
The daughters of fishermen become warriors. Broken
Don't be
generals become
surprised that
charismatic
you
and
had a
driven
feeling.
leaders who seem almost too determined to be real. You are one of these projections, as are all of the emissaries. You are a fleshless one, a spirit searching for liberation from something. I do not know your past before you came to this land.
One guy
Because
named
before
Ruben,
you
one, I have
became
no
the
idea what
prophetess,
you're talking about.
you were insignificant. But what happened to you and your friend on that ship? You never survived it. You drowned in the Red Sea. And in that very moment, the High Ones entered your mind and made you into what you are today. And other than myself, the High Ones
the
knew
point,
your
Leo.
compulsion, knew
That's
the desire that drove
why
you.
they say that.
Whatever it was,
So,
it made you
I don't know if you noticed, but
and it allowed them to play
there
you,
was
just as they played
possessed
Arinthial and
people in the
Korak.
desert that attack us.
Do you see it
And
now?
when they attack us, they
Every
say,
dream the High
you
Ones
have no
sent you,
flesh,
every
monster,
time
you
they
have no
appeared to you,
flesh.
they all had but a single purpose. To feed your self-image, to push you in a certain direction.
Oh, Cyan.
They wanted you to play the game for their purposes, and they succeeded. You read the echo of the future, as other prophets did before you.
Yeah,
You
it's a
helped
small detail.
Arinthial reconstruct the beacon, and led him
Like, you
to the
don't think
Numinos.
anything of it.
When he
Like, I
saw
only
that it
noticed on
would
my
be
second
taken away
playthrough.
from him at the
You don't
very
think
last instant,
anything of it on the first playthrough.
failure
If you don't know
led him
about
into
the fleshless
what
one
he
thing.
did.
But that was all foreshadowing.
You are not to
Yes.
blame, prophetess. You did what countless others did before you, and you did it because you thought it was the right thing to do. Only one thing is different. In all the time I have been here, never before did a projection realize its own nature. You were meant to dissolve like the rest of mankind. Yet, here you stand, and I tell you the truth. This was never meant to happen.
Maybe there's a reason for all of this. Maybe we can still stop the cleansing.
Oh, stop it. No, it is too late for that. By the name of the sun, it is so ironic that the veiled woman did not lead you here earlier. It is over, prophetess. You are strong. But regardless of how long your power can protect you from the light of the cleansing, eventually you will dissolve too. Even if... Wait. No. Maybe you are right. Maybe there is a way. But...
What way?
No. It would be pointless.
Oh, just tell me.
Forgive me,
Why?
I have to think. Yes, there could be a way. What I told you is true. Here on Earth, you would not survive the cleansing. But there is one place where you could. The Star City. I know that you brought something back from your journey there. The escape pods. And I know that they can also take you back there, for I have seen the Yalam Rashe, the ancient starlings, do so. Whatever has protected the city over all these millennia, it would protect you too. Yes, you could survive it. By the face of time, you could.
You want me to flee? But to what end? That wouldn't stop the cleansing.
No, it would not. But that is irrelevant. You are fleshless, a projection. And just like me, time cannot touch you. Age cannot kill you. And thus you could succeed where I have failed. You could wait for the cleansing to be over. And then create a new humanity. Create a new humanity. It is only a matter of time until the new turn of the cycle starts. New life will come forth. First, simple life, then human. And just like the civilizations before them, they will also fall victim to the High Ones, because they will have the same weaknesses as we do. But not with your help. You could be a god to them. You could guide their ascent. You could shape a mankind free of egos and weaknesses. And by doing so, you would deprive the High Ones of their power. Just imagine, in this new world, there would be no need for a beacon, because the High Ones simply would not have any strings to pull on. Mankind will defeat them by becoming superior.
No, this is wrong. I can't let all those people die. There has to be another way. You have to do something.
Yes. I regret that I did. Please. Right now, you have the chance to break a millennial-old pattern.
See, Leo,
do not let it go to waste.
You'd be intervening as humans are evolving. So you have the chance to change human nature fundamentally. I will make a decision once you've told me all my options.
Ah, you are so stubborn. But, well, you might be able to destroy the beacon itself. The light, it consumes everyone who gets too close to it. But you, as a projection, you might be able to do it. It will not stop what the beacon has already done. but it will interrupt it. However, it would mean your death. Yours and that of all
So
life
those are
in
your two
Enderal.
options in
It
the
is too
original,
late to
the
save
two
them now.
endings. The
And even if you
self-sacrifice ending,
succeed,
as Tommy hinted at,
it changes
where
nothing.
you stop the cleansing
Yes,
midway.
Korik would be dead. But do you
And
think
the
the
other
High Ones
option
would just give up?
is to run away to the Star
They
City
would retreat
and
for
try
a
to
few
wait it out.
years. Decades, maybe. No more. And then it would all happen again. Until another emissary lights the beacon. Trust me, I know humans far better than I would like to. Within a few years you would be forgotten, and they would win, as they always do.
Not if someone were to tell them everything that you just told me. Not if someone could
And
flee.
who would that be? Even if there were someone, do you think anyone would listen? If you were to tell them that humanity itself is to blame, that the ultimate enemy does not even exist. You are delaying the inevitable, nothing more. And you are throwing away a chance which we might never have again.
Maybe, but I will not be the judge over the life and death of so many. I will destroy the beacon.
Then you will change nothing. But what can I do? I am powerless.
So,
Go.
you have
Do
to
what
pick
you
this
must.
one to get to the
Deal with the
quote-unquote secret
consequences.
ending.
There is one more thing I need to ask of you,
I did
however.
pick the Star City
One
one
final
last
request.
time. So
I want you
it
to
only
shut me
makes sense that
down.
I also picked the other one this time. Shut you down? You mean kill you?
Yes. I want to finally rest. I will not spend another 1,000 years watching this tragedy unfold. You could have changed it, but you did not. There is nothing I can do now. Please, do it. The switch is in front of you. That was how I connected myself to the Goliath. It will cut the connection as well. Do it, and then go. Go and fulfill your fate.
Okay. Just gonna press the button. And surprise! Final boss.
Forgive me. The two of us will now exchange places. I am sorry for the deception. And if there were another way, I would not do this.
You didn't think we could get away without a final boss fight,
Right
did you?
choice, but you refused. And I will not see this chance go to waste. I cannot. Once this is all over, I will send someone to free you from the Goliath. But until then...
Over here! Quickly! By the wise hermit, are you okay? I was so afraid. You...
Miserable fool! I would have kept my word, but if you want to play games, fine! I have had enough time to practice!
Oh,
shit!
Paramaniac? I don't know what a paramaniac is.
Sonic, he's breathing fire again! Get away from him!
See, what have you achieved? I deserve this!
Oh, okay. How do I damage him? I don't actually remember. No.
Blister blazes! Get away from the machine now!
I think my camera's bugged out. What am I supposed to do? Oh, there's one enemy here.
The shields are down! The generators, now!
Oh, the generators, okay. Okay. I guess that's as much as we can do. Like, not a single character can be totally trusted. Oh, our companions can be trusted. Jafar and Kalia, you can trust them with your life. Oh, shield's still up. Is there another one? Oh, right. There's the one that spawns back here and doesn't aggro. So you have to go hunt it down every time, apparently. Okay, we got that one. I'm just gonna attack with it. Oh, wait, no.
Holy shit! Get away from the glowing one, quickly!
Okay. Wow. That did a lot of damage. You should have used the bow and arrow for that one. Get him!
No, what have you done?
Oof.
I guess the explanations will have to wait.
I will tell you on the way back as best as I can, but right now we need to head back to the temple. It's the cleansing. It is happening right now.
I had a feeling that might be the case. Go on ahead. I'll follow.
The point where we couldn't really trust. Well, he was going through some.
Yeah, I guessed as much. Yuzlan and he didn't even try to get me inside after that dragon attacked us. Lucky for me, I found another way in. Otherwise, I never would have found you. And you were... My skull. It feels like it's on fire. This must be the cleansing. If this is how it feels down here, then fate have mercy on those who are on the surface. Don't you feel anything?
Faintly, it feels dull.
Then the Black Guardian
somehow.
was right, wasn't he? What you are, your fleshlessness, it protects you. By the wise hermit, you're here, right before me, and I can see you. Is it really possible?
I don't know, but it's the truth.
Could you
it
be
all makes sense now. What the aged
an
man
illusion?
said about me, and that corpse we found in the living temple.
I guess so. So, what now? Your decision, is it final?
I just cannot leave mankind to die. I have to stop the cleansing, even if it means my own death. The survivors will stop the High Ones.
I hope you're right. Then, I suppose I should start looking for a way out now, shouldn't I? It was a pleasure. Farewell.
Okay. In the ending. Optional find Kalia. Teleport to the Sun Temple. Oh, we have exactly one. I don't know what we can do with Kalia. I wonder if we can get her to safety? I can't imagine the stones. I have to destroy the stones. Optional phone carrier. Terrarium. That's what you can see kind of people down a little bit. Where's the terrarium? That's where she was. I don't know if there's anything I can do about it. Oh gosh, which room was that? Symptom, emporium, symptom. It goes from. Okay, no, it's none of these. Oh, none of these work. Oh, there's one lady just standing out here is apparently perfectly fine. Okay. Oh wait. I think we missed some. Oh. Yes, the Spanish. I can talk. Oh, I wonder if I can find Korak. I think I can find Korak up here. Maybe? No, I guess not. Everyone down here is already dead. Maybe you have to walk through the city to find Korak. Yeah, there's nothing else here. Let's talk to Randia.
Is that you? I did it.
This is your doing. You caused the cleansing.
No. No, you're wrong, darling. I saved them. Don't you see? I led them to the light. I... alone.
And there it is. And that's it. I don't know how to find Korea. Maybe I should try and do that after the stream. But for now, I think we're just gonna get this over with. It's a powerful quote. Oh, welcome back, Luke. Well, thus far, everything up till now has been for the normal ending. The secret ending comes after this if you drink the Dream Flower Elixir, which we did. Oh yeah, so here we are back in our little current room. There is something I'm supposed to be looking for. I don't know what I'm looking for. We did? Yeah, well, it's just a potion. So it takes like 2 seconds. So don't be surprised if you missed it. I'm pretty sure I drank it though. Oh, where am I? Wait. Okay, I am a little lost. Oof. That's a little grisly. No, you have to drink it before this point. I don't think it's in the house. Oh. I thought it was over here. No? Should be around here somewhere. Maybe it's not at the house? It occurs to me we never did turn around backwards. Oh! You'll find out. The thing to advance the quest, basically. I don't want to spoil it though. This is a little troubling. Gosh, we're so close. And here I am, stuck again because they don't give me quest markers. Okay, hold on. Back to Google. Oh, okay. I see. Okay, I see. My mistake. The ending, what you have to do with the dream flower is actually different. Oh, here we are. So, I was looking for the wrong thing because the dream flower, the secret ending is this. I guess it's symbolic of something. I don't know what it's symbolic of, but... Hey, look, guys, we're alive.
What? You're awake? Yes. I thought you were... Sorry, I just don't know what to make of this.
Look, guys, we survived. How did I get here? I only remember this white light. Then nothing.
Yes, because you were asleep for 2 weeks. I thought you'd never wake up again.
2 weeks, but where are we? What is this place?
This? Al Rashim. We're in Kira. You made it. You destroyed the beacon, and you stopped the cleansing.
What? But the beacon should have killed me.
It's possible
How
because I
is this
came back to
possible?
get you. Come, I need to process this. I was already on the Myrid, and we had just reached the Then there was this massive explosion. Everything went up in a bright flash of light, as if the sun had exploded. It was horrible, you know? For a moment, I thought that was it, that I was too slow. But then, all of a sudden, it was over, and I was still alive.
It's a pretty background, isn't it? And the Black Guardian was right? The explosion destroyed Enderal?
Yes, everything. But it worked. You saved us.
But I don't understand. I thought the explosion
Well,
would kill me.
actually, I had hoped that you would have an answer to that. After the explosion happened, I had this feeling that you were still alive.
So you came back to
Yes.
get me?
I know, it was irrational and it was foolish. But the thought that you might still be there, that you might still be breathing, how could I have just run? It was terrible, you know. Nothing was left. Just debris, corpses, dust. But still, there you were. Buried under the stones, but still alive. Even then, I asked myself how that could be possible, but it didn't stop me from pulling you out from under the rubble. And I put you onto the Myrid's back and flew off, without looking back.
But how in blazes could I have survived? I was standing right next to the beacon when it
I
exploded.
know, but you did survive, however that may have been possible. And how does the first lesson of magic go? Everything that can happen, will happen. In other words, you died in a million other realities, but you survived in this one. In ours. It's all just so arbitrary.
What about the cycle? About the high ones? Did you tell the Golden Queen
No,
about them?
I haven't been granted an audience yet. And I also didn't want to leave you in case you, well, in case you woke up. But now that you have, she'll listen to us. She has to. The problem is that the people of Kira have no idea what awaits them. Most of them don't even believe the stories of Enderal having been destroyed. Also, the Black Crescent movement has resurfaced. And according to word of mouth, they're praying to strange, otherworldly deities. You can connect the dots.
The high
Yes.
ones.
The game has started over. Tell me, do you really think we can make it? I mean, what if they won't listen to us? You know, the more I think about it, the more I come to believe that we humans are usually very well aware of what we do, even if it's the wrong thing. And do you really think we, with our bizarre story, can change things for the better? That we can actually get them to listen?
Yes, we will
All that
manage.
blind optimism. Boys, it's strange. A trick played on me by my own mind.
Well, sometimes there are miracles, and after all we've been through, I think that we've earned ourselves one. Don't you agree?
Nice thought. But you know what? Being here with you, hearing your voice again, I would give everything for this. Everything. The high ones, the cycle. What's the point in fighting if you end up all alone? So even if this is a dream, I don't ever want to wake up.
Achievement unlocked. What's reality anyway? We did I can't actually do anything about it. I can't exit out of the game. I can't skip it. There's nothing I can do. I'm sorry. The window is locked. Unfortunately, that's why I can't exit out or anything. Skyrim does this. Are we done yet? No. Please, game. Even Control Alt Delete doesn't work. Help! I'm trapped in the endless credits. Oh wait, hey. Let's have it work. Let's see if I can end the game now. Oh, yeah, we did it! Sweet, exit out. Alright. Yeah, okay, so no. You cannot Alt F4 out of that. But for some reason, Control Alt Delete the second time, I could finally open Task Manager. Anyways, everyone. Thank you all for joining me, even though we went a lot over time. Pretty close to 4 hours. But thank you all for joining. I am streaming tomorrow. I think it will be Minecraft. We will see. I need to get things running first because I did not do that today. Because I did not do anything productive today. But thank you all for joining in, and I will see you all tomorrow. Hopefully. Good night, everyone. Good night.